Hello everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Adventure Rolls Winds of Calamity, a weekly Zelda D&D game. We are already 5 sessions in, which is absolutely crazy. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Eventually, I'll get these announcements this announcement deal figured out. But yes, thank you all.
You
No,
might not
I
ever,
won't.
if you're judging from the last ones we've been doing.
Well, thank you. Either way, thank you all so much for coming out. It's going to be a great night. Got a lot of stuff planned. For those of you who are here for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. I am Fisk, aka Literary DM. I stream weekly on Tuesdays for Winds of Calamity, as well as have a weekly YouTube channel where I post D&D content, from tips to stories, and also VODs of this of this game. You can go ahead and check it out. But that is enough of me about me. Let's go ahead and talk about our illustrious players, starting with Rach.
Hi, I'm Rachel /Pip, and I stream over at Marquee Gaming along with my husband Marquee, right there. So I stream on Mondays at 3:30 CST. It's super fun. We do arts. A lot of people draw along with me. We'll talk our D&D characters. We've been doing some tavern artist shout outs in our Discord, which has been fun. That is actually still happening, so look forward to more of those next week. Hopefully my internet doesn't die this time. What?
I was gonna say, that sucked so bad.
I know. I was moping around the house for a couple hours after Mark saw evidence.
Oh.
It's okay. I'm just happy it's back now. And yeah, I play Scissory, a paladin rogue, and that is a Tweely.
Yes.
Twins with. Is this the right direction of the camera?
Opposite direction.
Dang it, this way.
Professional streamers. Perfect. Yes, and obviously go give Marquee Gaming a follow and subscribe if you want to on Twitch. They're a great gaming couple, and also Mark will occasionally play Majora's Mask, and you can just absolutely watch him suffer. But anyway, jumping over to the other pair of the Twilight twins, Mike.
Hi guys, my name's Mike, Michael, Sarah, whatever you want to call me, but I also go by Bardic Dice here on Twitch. There's an actual story behind the Sarah one.
I won't ask. It's not.
We don't need to go
the
about
cards.
But I also stream here on Twitch and have played with these lovely people for a while. We run D&D Wednesdays with Silent and Lit with the Feywild the new Feywild game, The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. So it's a super crazy time, just chaos, friends sitting around a table sort of night, and then. Again, double duty. Thursday, we do a more serious homebrew narrative D&D campaign with Mark and Rachel and some other friends. And then for February, throughout the month of February, on Fridays, we are doing watch parties for the new Legend of Vox Machina episodes at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All at the same time, same bat channel. That being said, yada yada yada, you can kind of see some of it there. I play on this one the second half of the Tweely twins. I'm Avum Cilius, or Civilius, something like that. Who knows? I don't know the last name.
I feel like you guys should know that.
Mood, so, but I'm also a rogue multi-class, but I also play an oracle that, that's gonna be really fun. So I'm having a lot of fun with that one. It's kind of like a cleric warlock homebrew from Pathfinder that Lit's been able to make me play. So he's obsessed with clocks and tinkering, and we'll see what happens.
Yes. Now seriously, go check out the Feywild game and Fates United. All of them are great. And then jumping down, we got our ranger.
Hello. My name is Silent Legend. I also stream on this site. I usually try to stream Monday, Fridays, sometimes Wednesday if I can squeeze it in there. I don't typically play D&D on stream. I usually play a lot of competitive multiplayer games or whatever I feel like playing at the time. And yeah, I am, as the wonderful DM has said, I am playing the Ranger, Aaron. He is a Rito who is trying to learn more about the world.
Aren't we all?
Yep.
Perfect. And then last, but certainly not least, we have Mark.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mark, the other part of Marky Gaming, and we like D&D, we like Zelda stuff, we like art, we like a lot of fun stuff, we like hanging out with all of you. So I hope we get to see you on some of our streams. But here on Lit's channel, I play Attic, the Sheikah Artificer, aka Iron Man. So
Oh, it's going to be even more apparent that Adek is our tall boy Iron Man tonight, especially with the archetype that you're getting, which, if you haven't noticed, with the updated cards, our lovely party is now 3rd level. So we're actually going to be role-playing out some level ups here at the very beginning. But before all that happens, if you haven't yet, go ahead and join the Bardic Tavern. It is an amazing Discord community where we all just hang out, talk about tabletop RPGs and art. And honestly, we've just been on a high these past few days of just showing love for each other, and it's been so encouraging. So go ahead and join if you haven't already, and also post amazing gifts in the Winds of Calamity channel during the game. So it's going to be fantastic. And sincerely, thank you all so much to this community for just providing an amazing place where we all can just come hang out and okay, sure, hype train.
Yeah.
Okay,
We've
might
been
as well.
hyping up all week.
We have
No,
been.
you're not going to be part of it.
This has been amazing. It's been an amazing week. Thank you all so much for showing so much love, as well as even the TTRPG community on Twitter. You all are amazing. But with that, let's go ahead and dive right into tonight's episode of Winds of Calamity, shall we? All right. So, when last we left our heroes, the adventuring party had arrived in Lureline. They had been looking into a mysterious disappearance of a collector of arcane goods known as Shad. They just so happened to arrive the day before an event known as the Heroes Festival, a festival that would be celebrating the history of the great heroes of Hyrule. They partook in various events from archery and dueling, and everyone came out on top with our ranger winning the archery contest, and despite all odds, our rogue oracle winning the dueling competition.
Never had any doubts.
None at
You
all.
had all the doubts.
And while doing that, going into further investigations, talking with Shad's apprentice, a Hylian known as Reyna, as well as a talking mimic book known as Kevin, we found out the elements that the person who took Shad may have had some arcane capabilities, and apparently someone is keeping an eye on the party, which Aaron learned all too well when he was struck in the back and barely survived. After the day, you all went and had some rest for the night, which is where we pick up. As the twins go into their room, and then Adek and Aaron, you go into yours. The twins, you all go to rest for the night. And Scissory, as suddenly you go to sleep and there's darkness. And then you open your eyes and you find yourself in a similar location to where you were the night before. A location with a shallow pool, cloudy skies overhead, with a Hyrule castle off in the distance, a volcano, a forest, and something that looks like a structure out in the desert. You're on your back this time as you feel the water just rippling around you. What do you do?
I appreciate that I'm on my back this time first of all, instead of face first in a puddle, like the time before.
Yep.
But yeah, then I kind of like shake myself awake, and this time I look immediately for this like talking wolf thing.
Yes. as you look and you sit rapidly up at being familiar with this sight, you look behind you and you see this golden wolf just panting. And it looks at you, says, "The path of ancients shall be passed down." And it gives off a howl, and suddenly a bright light flashes before you, and suddenly standing before you is a tall figure, skeletal in nature, but also ethereal in surrounding it, almost like skin of sorts, wearing rusted and chinked armor with rotting vines going around it. Its face is that of a skull with one red eye glowing. He's holding a shield and a long sword. And he looks at you and just says, "Pick up your blade, Scissory."
Okay, first of all, can I just say out of character, I know this reference. Like, it's one of the only ones I probably would know. So I'm proud of myself.
I know that.
I know that.
I know that reference.
Yeah, I think she's looking at like the transformation, and maybe a normal person might be freaked out by this, but like she gets this like look like this is cool, and she picks up her blade, I guess, if it's around her, or is
Yes.
it on the ground or something?
Yes, you do still have your shield and your rapier at your side.
Okay. So yeah, I'll take it out and I'll be like, "Are we dueling?"
And he looks at you, or this being looks at you, and he goes, "The path of the ancients shall be passed down once again. If you are to fight the oncoming evil, then you shall learn that which I have to teach you."
What is the path of the ancients? I don't think I know what that is.
In time it shall be revealed to you further. For
A
now,
mystery? I kind of like that.
For now, I shall teach you something known as the Skyward Strike.
Oh my gosh.
You're good. She looks and says,
Yeah. Okay.
"Take your blade, raise it to the sky."
So I take it, and I just kind of like hold it up, waiting for something to happen.
And deep within you, suddenly you feel yourself strangely focus and channel as focusing into the blade. And with that, a lightning just comes out of the sky, striking the blade, and suddenly it glows with divine light, if but for a moment. And then it vanishes.
Yeah, I think she's staring, like almost like shocked, but like, oh, she's pumped right now. Like she's just staring at her blade, like grinning at it, like, this is amazing. Are you saying I can do this not in a dream?
He looks and goes, "Indeed you can. Channel yourself, and then when the moment strikes, unleash that which is going skyward, and you'll be able to do more damage upon your foes." AKA, this is how you're doing Divine Smite.
I love it.
Yes.
Love it.
So he says, "Now," and he takes into a defensive stance, "strike me with your blade, doing a skyward strike."
Are you sure? Like, this looks like it'll really hurt you. You're good with this?
Trust me, I've experienced far worse. Now, do the skyward strike.
Okay. Like, not much hesitation after. So I will raise my blade up to the sky again.
Great. And as you do so, the lightning comes down and strikes it, and go ahead and roll for an attack against him.
I hope I don't look like a loser in front of him.
Don't miss.
I think I do look like a loser in front of him.
Oh no.
You're only level 3, it's fine.
Yeah, I got a 7.
7. It just goes up and just he takes it and just deflects it away, and then just takes his sword, Duch, and does a bit of a strike. He's like, try again.
Oh, all right. Wow, you're really good. And I try it again. Okay, this time I got a 14.
Okay.
Is that when you press the A button instead of the B button? You're like, oh, no, I'm sorry. Press the B button.
You accidentally jump instead of actually striking.
Oh yeah, yep. And that's me in video games. So.
Again,
It's on brand.
once again, he goes, Duch, and just blocks it, and just goes, keep on going.
Okay, and yeah, she's keeping at it. She seems pretty impressed by the way he's doing this too. Oh,
Yeah.
much better. I got a 23.
Perfect. At this moment, suddenly you're just filled with determination, like, I will get this. And you just do a leaping strike, and suddenly the lightning strikes the tip of your rapier, and it goes through it. And Duch, go ahead and roll damage with a divine smite.
Cool.
Yeah. Paladin proud.
So fun. Okay.
She is all of a sudden Thor, but with a rapier instead of a hammer.
20.
20, perfect. As suddenly you just strike down into his chest. Actually, technically, he's undead. You could do an additional D8 to this.
Let's go.
Oh, I rolled an 8
lot
on the
of
die.
damage.
What did I just say?
20. So
Oh,
28. So
Yeah.
you just go up and leap as the lightning strikes into the blade, suddenly yielding divine energy, and just comes and strikes him right in the chest as he tries to deflect at the last second and goes right into him and just Duch, and he just goes right onto the ground. And then,
Oh wow, are you alright?
and that moment he just does a kip up and just goes and just lands stand onto his feet, and just there's almost a sense of appreciation in his grin, and just goes, well done, you have learned the skyward strike.
Thank you for teaching me. This is amazing.
Say, well done. With that, you'll also be able to do other abilities that will slowly come to you. When you have mastered this, come find me again.
Sure. Can I know your name? I've never met someone in a dream before. With the wolf and also a person.
I have gone by many names, but the one that many people will know me by is the Hero's Shade.
The Hero's Shade. Okay. Well, you seem to know my name already.
Mm-hmm.
How did you... Why?
In due time.
Oh, sure. I mean, that's fine. I could wait, I guess.
And with one last beam of energy just comes surging out and just blinds you. And that is where we'll leave off with you for your level up.
Yeah.
When you said when you asked me like how is this gonna work, it's like, don't worry, I have an idea. And
That's so fun. I love it. Love it.
But now we come over to the other twin, Avum. As sleep takes you, you as well go for a while where you're seeing nothing but darkness. And eventually, almost a cool mist you feel across your face. It is completely different temperature-wise than what you have felt before. You feel a little tugging at your shawl. Get up!
No, stop. 5 more minutes. My clock hasn't gone off. It's fine.
You just... Sprite at that point just comes up and just does a little smack on your face and just...
What? Well, excuse me?
As you open up your eyes, you look and you see that you appear to be in a forest of sorts. There's fog everywhere. And before you are 2 torches.
Where's Scissory?
She is fine.
What is this?
One of them wants to speak to you.
It looks down independent. This?
Vroom, vroom. It is glowing in and out with its light.
And definitely should not drink the water in Lureline. All right. Lead the way.
She goes and she just points to a torch that's at the base of one of the... a unlit torch that's one of the base of one of the braziers.
Cool. I'll just kind of start walking over, looking around, just at his surroundings.
A dense fog. It looks to be almost just impenetrable with sight. But at this point, go ahead and make a perception check for me real quick.
Perception. Regular or disadvantage?
This will be regular.
Oh, okay. 7.
7.
Twin rolls.
Oh yeah, you both did roll 7 for the first go.
Yeah.
I love it.
I was rolling better pre-stream, but okay.
Well, you're looking around, and outside of these two braziers and the torch, you don't really see anything.
Is there like a path, or just kind of the two braziers?
Just those two things. And so yeah, there's no clear path. A lot of it's fog. You maybe see some trees off in the distance, ranging in sizes and types.
All right, Sprite. Now what?
She comes down and just hops onto your shoulder and goes, "Let the embers guide you." And you look and you see, as she's pointing it out to you now, you notice that the flame is flicking into a specific direction. It seems to be going north.
Well, okay. All right. And I'll just start walking that way.
Okay. And you do, and you go for a little bit. And eventually, a few moments pass, and suddenly you walk around and you appear back to the braziers.
Very funny, Sprite. Does he have his notebook? Like he reaches for his notebook? Does he have it on him?
Yeah.
He real quick takes it out and sketches like what the braziers looks like in the scene. Just like, Uncharted moment where all of a sudden it's like
yeah. Exactly. Just stopping mid-battle. Anyway, and just in case it was missed, there is an unlit torch at the base of one of the braziers.
Okay.
So.
All right. That didn't work. All right, and I'll reach down and pick up the torch and try and light it in one of the
perfect
braziers.
You're able to do so. And as you're looking, and since it was pointed out to you, you notice that the flames are going northward as well.
All right, well, let's try this again. And
perfect.
He'll be holding the torch and go again.
At this point, go ahead and make a survival check.
Hey, Sprite, do you want to help me? No, I'm just kidding. Just like always get advantage, right? Hey, Sprite.
Always get advantage, yeah. A sentient familiar.
13.
Okay. You are going a little bit, and then you notice the flames flicker east.
All right, let's go this way then.
And as you
turn,
you go east, and then go ahead and make one more survival check for me.
What is his watch doing? Is it feeling like normal time for him?
Go ahead and make a perception check for me, actually.
21.
Time has stopped.
That's weird. You said another survival?
Yep.
13 again.
Perfect. At this point, it then flickers north again.
All this weird secrecy. I don't... whatever. It just continues north. Just kind of like muttering to himself a little bit of just wanting to wake up.
And eventually you begin to notice this pattern of following the flames. And it takes you winding down several paths. And eventually it leads to a massive tree. This tree is oddly enough appears to have that of a face with massive eyes and a branch that is clearly a branch that's clearly a nose and even a mouth.
Nothing like we've seen in the Twilight Realm, right?
No,
we don't have anything similar. Yeah,
not at all.
Cool.
He goes, "Ah, hello, little one.
Are you speaking?"
Yes.
Okay. And just another note: do not drink the water ever. Underline in Lureline. He's just thinking he's having a bad dream.
Rightfully so. And he looks. My name is the Maku tree. Maku. Or the Maku tree.
Maku tree.
Not what I was expecting.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And at that point, you hear a female voice says, "But he is not the one that summoned you here." And out of the brush, the brush. I tried to combine bush and brush. Out of the brush, you see.
It's Dream World. It sounds right.
Exactly. You see a person of small stature. She is wearing a gray cloak. Eyes are completely not visible, but green hair seems to be stemming outside of it. He goes, I am the one that summoned you here.
Is this a dream?
In a way.
Or is this real?
It's both real and a dream. The place you are standing exists in this world.
Where is this? Have you taken me away?
I have not taken you away, but rather you are seeing a projection of a forest deep in hollow drum.
Hollow drum. Okay. What? Why? Why me?
Something has befallen one of my sisters. If you can find me, I'll inform you of everything.
I'm not here to save anybody. I'm not here to do anything. I'm here to protect my sister. Here to get back home.
So you're here to save your sister?
And there's like a twinge of like empathy of like hearing that her sister's in danger as like he's like hearing him say this, but
you can feel a grin from beneath the hood. He goes, in that instance, for as long as you remain here, I can give you but a fraction of my power.
That's where this power's from? From you?
Partially. There are others that it comes from, not just myself.
Is she supposed to be here for something?
She looks up to the tree and goes, she was the guardian of time.
My sister?
Mine.
Oh, your sister was the guardian in time.
No.
Sorry, I thought. No, wait. I'm getting lost. I'm sorry.
You're fine. My sister was the guardian of time. Your
Right.
sister, I do not know. That is lost to me.
I see. As long as it doesn't endanger her, I can try. But again, I'm nobody. I'm just a shopkeep. I thank you for these powers. They're amazing. I can't promise anything.
It is often the nobodies that could do the most good.
Also, the nobodies that get killed.
Everybody can get killed.
She doesn't say anything to that.
She goes,
It's usually like when the arguments get to there with Scissory and him, and he just goes quiet, like, I'll get back later with you.
he goes, this power will remain as long as you desire. And if you desire to have it no more, you can return to your shop, and I shall find another. This is your choice, and your choice alone.
Well, you probably will have to find another, but for now, we can help each other.
Part of me doubts I'll have to find another. But we'll see. You'll find your courage yet.
All right.
You'll grow into this power, but for the time being, you shall have control over time. For the time
mean?
being, you will take on the role of the Oracle of Ages.
Okay.
You shall grow into this power, do not worry. It will not be thrusted upon you all at once.
I don't understand what that means, though. Control time. You can't control time. We are ruled by it. It's concurrent, not to be manipulated.
She points to the watch and just goes, look, do you not see that time has stopped? Does that not prove that I can control time?
Also, in a dream.
True.
Can I use that to keep her safe then?
Indeed you can. And again, you'll grow into it. For now, whenever you see that anyone or her is in danger, you could potentially rewind time with on it.
Okay. I don't understand how that's possible.
You will.
Just kind of like looks at Sprite, like with him just being like, almost this face of like, pinch me, like wake me up. This is getting weird.
She looks and just goes, mm-mm. He goes,
Of course.
our names will be withheld for right now. You shall call me the Acolyte in the time being.
the acolytes and Holodrum? And how does the Maku tree come into this?
He is the guardian of this forest.
Like what the Kokiri cleric was speaking of, right?
That is the great Deku tree. Maku tree speaks up and goes, "We are similar, but different."
Okay, I think I can follow that.
He goes, "When you find me, I shall tell you a lot more."
Okay. I want answers. I do.
Then find me. And a bright light comes from her hand and thrusts you back into consciousness.
Sick.
Yeah. All right.
Totally opposite of Scissory with reactions.
Yeah, and I love it.
I'm sorry to say, she didn't once think of Avum in the scene.
And I absolutely
it's
love it.
perfect.
I'm
I
here
love it.
for it. Oh, all right. And that night, we hop over to the other room with Aaron and Adek. Aaron, you're probably struggling to fall asleep at this point, as suddenly our boy Adek has his armor just completely disassembled and is hammering away, screwing, and just all that fun stuff. Just full on Iron Man 1 in the cave. Tony Stark built this in a cave sequence of the ching, ching. I really wish I could play that song without getting DMCA'd.
This pillow over the head trying to muffle noises.
Sorry, man. I'll try to be quick about this.
Thank you.
Perfect. And both of you, I should say, suddenly hear a knock at the window.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Go throw it open.
You open it, and suddenly it's the Skull Kid that you all made the deal with before. And looking like description is, he looks like that of a puppet with a hat made of autumn leaves and a kilt as similar design. And he just looks at you with the wide grin, and he says, "Well, I didn't forget about our deal now." And it's Timlin.
Hey,
And-
how's it going?
He's floating outside the window. You're on the second floor, and he's just hovering there like this is the thing to do.
Pretty cool.
Well, may I please come in? I think I have something a little bit to discuss to wrap up our deal.
Oh yeah, come on in.
Excellent. And a whirlwind of leaves, he disappears and then reappears in the room and on top of one of the tables and just sits down. Ah, well, now this is much better. Well, it is truly quite the shame that we were able to find all those kids so quickly. You all are quite talented at hide and seek, I must say.
Oh yeah,
It helps.
that he's pretty fast too. So
Well, I have no doubt. Apparently, you were able to fly across and catch a few off guard and unawares. Well, that being said, I believe you have some information that you wish to ascertain out of me.
So remind me, because it's been a while. This was
Yes.
about the like trade things that was happening.
It's about the trade things and potentially like things to do with crystals and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've heard about some trading going on with some crystals, and our friend, who fortunately didn't make it.
Oh yes, Zarek. Don't worry. He's still down there. Zarek is doing just fine, mind you. Actually, where did I leave him? He should still be down there. It'll be fine. Trust me, it'll be
Wait.
fine. What?
You don't know where he is.
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
But do you got information for us about that trade and maybe where to connect with people on that?
Yes, I actually do. The good news is that the Bomber Gang, they strive to do good and help people out. It just so happens that they can keep their ears to the ground. I do regret bringing them into such business. It's got a little bit too deep for them. But regardless, they do know that the persons involved is specifically interested in the divine crystals. I don't know why. And rather than going for the vessels, he's been going more so for overland caravans, hiring various bandits to just really limit a paper trail, if you will.
Makes sense.
And, well, this one was a little bit of fun of my own. I was able to figure out that he is highly superstitious. I've been able to spook him good several times, apparently.
Oh, well, good to know.
Has a deep interest in, apparently, in ancient history and myths. All that good stuff.
Wow.
That sounds very familiar.
Do you have a name or description or anything?
The best thing I describe is that he appeared male, decent height, but usually was cloaked and always hid their face. That's the best thing that I could get.
Remind me, who was the guy who went missing again? His name? Shad?
Shad.
Excuse me, Timlin, do you know anything about the disappearance of Shad by any chance?
What, do you mean that Shad has vanished? Because that I do.
Details, like anyone who might have had contact with him beforehand, or...
My memory is beginning to slip.
I'll give you a few rupees if it would help.
And he holds out his hand as just to wait to see for it. So,
I'll hand him 5 rupees.
make a persuasion check.
Yeah, this is the one time I miss having like a high charisma character.
There's no way you're getting able to offer up rubies either. Such a lot.
Oh, dear.
I'm here for it.
15?
Okay. He goes, I might know something about it. The best thing is that he went missing about 3 weeks ago, give or take. Something about that tower off in the distance.
The outpost?
Yes, the old god outpost. That's what it was. Stuffy old place, if you ask me. I have no care for it.
Yes. More of a reason to look into it now.
How have you come about this information?
Again, Bomber Gang is able to keep their ears to the ground by helping a lot of people out. They overhear things. Again, I wish they weren't so tied up in all of this. I do regret that. Just wanted to have a little bit of fun.
I mean, option, maybe take some weight off of their shoulders and start sending it our way. Get those kids out of trouble a little more often. Let us know about some things.
Potentially.
Just thought.
Just a thought. Absolutely. Well, I believe that is our business concluded. Unless you have anything else that you wish to... No? Okay. And he just, at that point, just basically just runs over to the window and just basically just spread eagle dive just right out of it, and then suddenly you just see a as he vanishes.
Nice.
What a strange child.
Yeah.
That cost me 5 rupees for something you already know.
Hey, now you know.
Fair enough.
Perfect.
I mean, you got your 5 rupees back for the ladder, so that worked out.
Perfect. Well, is there anything else you all care to do for the night before we go to the following morning?
Nope.
Perfect.
Like I said before the game, I would like to.
Before before the hunt, you meant? Like, you're gonna go
Check out the area, make
Perfect.
sure no one was watching it or if I spot anything.
Perfect. So you all go to sleep for the night. Excuse me. And then you wake up. Oddly enough, as you come out of your rooms, in a weird contrast to how the past few mornings have been, where downstairs it's been fairly bustling with people ordering breakfast, it seems a little bit more quiet, as there is murmuring, but the murmuring is a little bit more serious, like it's people just exchanging information back and forth. It seems to be filling the entirety of the first floor.
Can I overhear?
You all are upstairs at this point, and you all are hearing this. As far as if you want to hear specific words, that will need to be a perception check.
That I'm good at.
So yeah, you're all up. This is first thing in the morning, and you're all hearing this. So
I think I'll head
23.
downstairs, but
23.
23.
Perfect.
Nice.
You are hearing basic phrases. It seems to be almost guards talking to each other. And you hear specifically phrases of, "I can't believe it is another one. Got a serial killer on the loose." And and a deck. At this point, you'd probably be leading the charge and heading downstairs, and you see the bottom floor of the leaky spigot is covered with guards. You also see the captain of the guard, Captain Ashika, female Ashika by the name of Jami. And you also see the Kokiri with a fake green beard cleric Ike there as well. And as you scan, you notice that over one of the tables with a just looks to be a dagger wound in their back, laying on it is the person who was serving your food the previous morning, Emis, who was also the drunk that Scisri found.
Oh, sparkle tattoo guy. Sad.
You all see this.
You said I'm sorry, I don't know why I got distracted. You said what happened to him?
He's dead. He's dead, lying on the table. There's a
okay. Sorry.
There's a dagger wound in his back. You are standing in the stairway and see this unfold. What do you all do?
I think before we're even going downstairs, I'm like, okay, attic. I'm not attic, sorry. Ava, oh no, I'm gonna do this the whole campaign, you guys. No.
He goes right back to his book.
Avum.
Oh.
I have something that's going to be amazing, but I'm not going to tell you about it until you can see it. But then after you see it, then I'm definitely going to tell you everything. But I just want to let you know, you just watch me all day, okay?
Okay. Why even tell me then if you're not going to tell me?
You just have to watch me.
I do that all day.
When
I
I
have
say
to
to
make sure you don't run off into trouble.
When I say to watch me, and you're gonna be just totally.
No, I'm always watching you because you run off and get us involved in things.
Oh my gosh! Look at that.
Like he was not paying attention to this whole scene, and then he's like, "My point."
First thing Attic would want to look at is at the dagger and see if it matches.
There is no dagger. It's a dagger wound.
Oh, they said there was a dagger in his back.
No, it was a dagger wound in his back. My apologies.
Okay.
I
To be honest, Aaron would be trying to get outside as quickly as possible.
Okay.
A window that someone skydived out of.
I guess actually, Aaron, at this point, how are you going to try to get out? Are you going to try to go through the first floor? What are you doing?
Oh, go out through the door, I guess.
All right. Are you trying to get past without being seen? I should ask.
I mean, he potentially could follow behind me. I'll say that. I'm going to Ike. That's where I want to go.
This is going to be judging like
Yeah.
how the guards are looking. Do they look suspicious of us, or do they look?
That point, I'd say go ahead and make an insight check.
Aaron, are you making it obvious that you're doing this?
Like I said, it depends.
Yeah.
I just meant like to us. Like, would we?
Well, he
know
doesn't
that
even
you're
know if
trying
he's
to-
doing it yet.
Oh, you're
He's
saying, okay.
trying to decide
Yeah.
what's going on.
I don't know why I'm having a hard time paying attention. I'm sorry.
You're
I
good, man.
Like
22.
half the things. I'm
Well, you
so
get
sorry, guys.
You're fine, man.
22.
22. They don't seem necessarily suspicious of you yet. They just see that you have woken up, and they more or less just see you as guests of this inn.
Okay, then I won't be trying to sneak.
Okay. All right. As you're just going through, you all are walking, and you see these guards, and they are eyeing you. And as you go through the front door, you just hear, "And where do you think you're going?" As you just turn around and you just see Jimmy just looking right at you. Arms crossed.
I was heading out.
It's for a morning walk. Why? You have an issue with that?
Well, in case you haven't noticed, there's a little bit of a murder here.
This is so sad. I just saved his life like 2 days ago. What happened?
It goes,
That it's our concern.
It's a little bit. I'm pretty sad right now.
he looks and goes. Ike holds up his hand to Jimmy and says, "It is all right. It is all right, Jimmy. It is all right, Jimmy. They're with me." He goes, "Apparently he was murdered in the night. Luckily,
Well-
Tam is able to confirm that you all were here sleeping.
Yes, and we all each saw each other, so we all can vouch an alibi for each other.
He goes, and they are with me, Jimmy. Don't need to worry. I'm sponsoring them. It is completely fine. Everything's above board. It's all right." Jimmy just rolls her eyes and just goes, "Well, if that is indeed the case, do you know anything that could potentially help us within this?"
I don't know anything, in all honesty. Well, actually, there is one thing.
Yeah, Addict's like looking at
Well,
her, just be
actually,
like,
there is one thing. If anything, it might have something to do with the disappearance of Shad. There were people watching the shop the other day, and well, who has the dagger, or do I still have it?
I think you still have. Oh, Aaron, Attic still has it.
or I gave it to
that was-
somebody. I have it.
You have
Yeah.
it? Okay. In fact, I was attacked by someone yesterday, actually. Addict, do you still have the dagger?
Yeah, and I'll bring it out.
Yeah, I was just the one that put dibs on it in case we don't need it. But yeah, I mean, if it's a murder weapon, then I don't on dibs for sure.
I don't want it.
She will look and just goes, "Well, this can't necessarily be the murder weapon, considering you had it
Well, it's not the murder weapon.
and he's dead, unless..."
Related to.
It's my blood. It went into my
It
shoulder.
was an attempted murder on him yesterday with
That's
this dagger.
where yeah.
I forgot that happened. I'm sorry, Aaron. But yeah, you're right. That's pretty serious.
She looks.
You remember? Okay.
She looks at it and looks at the dagger, takes it and just flips it to the blade and just holds and examines it for a second. And her brow furrows just a little bit as she notices the pommel and the symbol of the eye that's in the pommel with the 3 spikes on top and 3 spikes on bottom. And she looks down at Ike and goes, "Can you make heads or tails of this, Ike?" He grabs it and goes, "It has been some time since I've seen this. I do not
What is it?
I don't recognize it. I know that is an ancient symbol of sorts."
That's
She
the
goes
eye thing,
over.
right?
Yeah.
Lit. Okay.
Yeah, the eye with the 3 spikes on top,
With the
3 spikes
okay.
on.
Thank you.
But normally has like a teardrop underneath.
Yeah.
instead of 3 spots.
The Sheikah one does, yeah.
Yeah, the Sheikah has the teardrop. This one does not.
But isn't it still like the same eye, so it'd be potentially still seems like it's Sheikah related if from an outside perspective?
Possibly.
Or is it a different design of the eye, so it's like, who knows?
It's similar, I think.
It is very similar to an untrained eye. This would very much be like a conspiracy theorist could definitely do like red string from this eye to that eye with ease. But this time it would probably actually make sense. So to the untrained eye, so like for you Twilees who come from a completely different realm, you would definitely have a reason to think that this could be connected in some way, maybe an ancient form of the Sheikah eye.
Cool.
But again, you're not confident.
And the eye's like proudly on my chest too. Just
Yes.
saying.
Oh, and also Adek's armor looks a little sturdier.
There's a little faint glow in the center of the eye too.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the underglow. It's sick.
We'll talk about that one later.
This is an ancient symbol of sorts. I don't recognize this. This is not in any of the this is not in any of the records that I have.
Well, good luck with that. And Abel starts walking up towards the breakfast bar.
He goes,
Can we help?
if you have anything you can do, then by all means go and do it.
And if you'll excuse me, and then he'll leave.
Perfect. All right.
Abel starts walking back. What part of us not getting involved with this?
I mean,
Why
you're the
are
only
we-
one that seemed to think that that's a good idea.
I've never agreed to not get involved in stuff.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, why would we? This is
Aaron's
some murder
already gone.
investigation. Lead it to the
Yeah,
captain.
Aaron's
Did
gone.
my connect?
Aaron's already gone.
Someone tried to kill Aaron. Oh, where'd he go? Oh no.
Round two.
I gotta go. I'm
let's
gonna go out after him.
What are you doing, Adek?
I'm following after, but
Well,
Okay.
the moment Aaron would get out the door, he's taken off.
Oh, you're flying away. Like you were just.
Yeah, because he wants to
Let the man
get,
go for a morning walk.
I guess, no pun intended, he wants a bird's eye view of the area.
Wait for that.
And a lightning bolt strikes from the sky. Actually, I should probably see.
Scissor goes, sorry.
I'm still getting used to
Still
this.
getting used to it. My bad. My bad.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what the weather's like today, shall we? Okay, temperature is normal. All right, wind is
I
the
love
wind is
how you-
normal, luckily, and unfortunately for our Twily friends, it is sunny outside.
Good day. Oh,
Give him
not
some
for them,
bad
but
luck.
But it's a nice, beautiful day, as it seems to be the first day of fall. And the winds of winter and fall are starting to blow through. It's still hot, but not unbearably so. We will come back to you real quick. Gonna take care of our companions here. So, Aaron is gone. He is. Excuse me. Sorry, everybody. He's flying. He's flying. What are you three doing in the meantime while he's running off? Are you going to try and hunt him down, or are you going to stay here? What are you doing?
I mean, Attic is going outside, and if he's up in the air, he can probably see him fairly well.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna kind of track through the city and then head towards the shopping area.
Perfect.
I think I don't know if I would. I kind of wanted to look at the body,
Okay.
and even nudge Ava and be like, "Hey, you're like really smart. You should like see if you see anything."
Why are we getting out?
Because
I haven't
it
had
might have
breakfast yet. That's the
something
most
to
important
do
meal of
with
the day.
Shad, and we're looking for him. That's kind of important.
What?
I'm just.
Sure. Can I at least get an apple first? I'm grumpy. It's sunny
Okay, sure.
outside.
Go get an apple. Then you go look at this thing with me.
I'm just picturing Avon, that full anime trope of bread and coffee. Just. Exactly.
He's also like head super like thinking about the dream, and so like for us to be like walking into this is like I don't need more mysteries to figure out. Like,
I love
we
it.
already were in this one.
Yeah. Perfect. So we'll go ahead. While Avum is taking care of breakfast, Scissory, you're examining the body. Go ahead and make a perception check first for me.
Okay. She looks kind of sad because it's like she kind of liked this guy. They were like kind of buddies. He gave the tattoo recommend, you know.
Also, Caro, you're absolutely right. The quote for the Twilights this day is another beautiful, glorious morning makes me sick.
Nope.
That is absolutely the quote.
I've had to trick my brain to switch those around.
Yeah, that's true. I just got a 9. It wasn't great.
Well, don't worry. That is actually enough. The biggest thing that you're looking is you can't really see anything, but the thing you do notice is the tattoo that was on his neck. It's no longer sparkly. The color is completely muted.
Oh shit, they took the crystals.
Excuse me. What is your name?
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yes.
So, I got this tattoo, and I point on my ankle. See, cute, right? Anyway, so I got the tattoo because he recommended it to me, and I was very overwhelmed by how sparkly it was. There's no sparkles in this anymore. Isn't that kind of weird?
She looks over, just bends over, and just goes, Ike. Yes? Do you have detect magic at all? It was 1 second. And his eyes just flash white with green outline for a moment. And he looks and goes, there's no magic surrounding this. And he looks around the room. Eyes are still white with green. And he looks over to you, Avum, as you're coming back with your apple and coffee at this point, and just goes, nothing. And then his gaze stops to you, Scissory. And he looks and goes, there's something with you.
Magic?
You have a strange aura. One that you described to us before. Green, red, and blue is glowing around you.
No, she doesn't have any magic. Your spell's faulty.
She goes,
Wait. I'm confused.
goes, that aura that his eyes go normal. He goes, that aura that your friend Adek told me about. I'm seeing it around you, but not your brother. And your tattoo is also visible, isn't it, Avum? It's
on the opposite side as the watch.
right.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. He goes,
Yeah.
and he also got a tattoo, didn't he?
Yeah? See, match? Yeah.
He goes, Curious.
So you're saying
I'm not sure exactly what that's supposed to mean.
I don't know either.
Is the tattoo giving that to Aura, or are you saying she is giving that to
Yeah,
Aura?
like the whole thing, or is it just coming from my tattoo?
It seems to be originating from your tattoo, but it's enwrapping all of you.
I look down at it. Can I divine sense on it?
Yeah, that's detecting celestial fiends and undead. It's specifically creatures, isn't it?
It's just like a radius.
Not really
Okay.
fast.
Well, it does ping creatures, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was...
Divine sense. You can detect good and evil. You sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead.
Okay.
So
Well, this wouldn't be a hollow spell, so you don't necessarily...
Yeah.
You flash your divine sense as your eyes flash like a yellow light, and then you don't pick up anything.
Yeah, I got nothing. I have no idea.
A deck. Oh, he
Ran off after Aaron, yeah.
Of course. Okay. More people to grab. We'll talk about that later then. What does that mean?
Yeah, this is the same that you're saying the rats had, or the water, or both?
Possibly both.
All the crystals in the water, but yeah.
Mm.
The crystalline filaments, that's what we believe the source was. It wasn't quite the water, because we found water murky and unpurified.
Okay, I guess I forgot about that part. Or didn't connect it?
That's alright. You were distracted.
You connected us for me. It's great. Okay. Well, I don't know. I guess that just means I'll look out or something.
Possibly. Avon, is there anything you cared to do?
Avon's a little
check it out,
concerned that this doesn't look good for Scissory. How's Jamie reacting to this?
Her
currently?
brow is furrowed, and it just looks like even with your passive insight, you can just absolutely tell she is visibly putting pieces of a puzzle together.
But not specifically directed at Scissory, it's just kind of the overall... Okay.
It's very much the gif of the math equations flying by Zach Galifianakis' face.
I love that movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, if we're going to get involved, he's kind of more or less looking over the body and the wound specifically. If this is just like a generic dagger to the back, or if this might have signs of like, was it thrown, or like a magical like other imprints to it. You know, he's just kind of like getting an idea if there's more to this than just a mugging.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a medicine check for me then.
17.
Ooh, not bad. As you're looking,
Yeah, this is coffee.
yeah, you got your coffee. This is very much very much the CSI, NCIS, you got the Gibbs stance going down, and just
He's not that involved, but he's doing his job. So
you're basically just Gibbs right now. And as you're just looking down, and you're looking at the blade, and it's clear that it is very precise. This doesn't appear to be a mugging in any sense, but you can't tell if it was thrown or deliberately stabbed into the person's back. All you can tell is that it was deliberate and not a mugging.
And no magic on top of that. Because like we've been hit by things that like added like that cold and acid and stuff like that, and it probably left those kind of marks, right? It has nothing like that.
You are not seeing anything along those lines.
Well, possibly there's more to this. This definitely is not a amateur hit. This is a skilled wound, obviously. I mean, that you saw that as well, I'm sure, Captain. You know, just like the tattoo.
Yes, we did see that it was it was obviously whoever did this is incredibly skilled. If you are with Ike and with all these factors, there's been a serial of killings very similar to this. I think we can definitely say we have a serial killer on the loose.
Have you checked down with the docks then, with the different trade coming in? Is there any known parties that are new here? We have other rumors of potential interactions with dock members and things with the sewer system.
Not to our knowledge. But again,
probably a way to look into it, I'd recommend.
Certainly. And again, it's hard to necessarily nail down a lot of people. Festivals are a good time to get targets.
Well, we already know of the brother of a merchant who's been killed. Erin himself was attempted to be murdered after we investigated Shad.
Shad, yeah.
I don't know how he relates, but Scissory obviously was connected, at least interacted with him, so there are connections and puzzle pieces here.
Indeed. She just ponders for a second and just goes, need to find more of the connection pieces. These tattoos are definitely worth investigating and looking into further. So,
Good. Well, good luck with that. We are going to probably... We have a hunt. I mean, we have a tower to check. So good luck with that. We will see you later. Let you know.
And if you need anything for us to do, like, please tell us. We're, it's important.
Looking at Scissor. Yeah.
she looked and goes, we'll do what we can. Thank you. And with that, you both, I'm assuming you're heading your way out. There's nothing else you care to do?
I think just as we're leaving, I'll just grab like a quick breakfast and then say to Jimmy, right?
Jimmy, yep.
Me.
Jimmy, say to Jimmy, by the way, I fought your husband. He's so good.
He's like, Valgrim is very skilled. You are lucky to have won.
I think I was too. He's great.
Luck didn't play a part in either our victories.
Certainly not.
Sorry, he's a jerk. I like shove him out the door.
Actually, Avon goes to sit down at a table and then is like
Drag
whipped
him.
away from the table.
Yoink!
Where are we going?
Attic.
Good, let them have their walk. Well, I don't understand. I just want to sit down and have my breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. And just gets dragged out.
Perfect. With that, we'll jump down to Duch and Aaron. As Aaron, you are just... Yeah. That worked out. As Aaron, you are just flying over to where the attacker was the day prior. And Duch, as you're walking down the street following Aaron, suddenly you see in the familiar sight of the man wearing the blue petticoat, tight tan pants, knee-high boots, black hair into a ponytail. And this is Lord Aaron. He goes, "Oh, my good man, I see that we're out and about early in the day today."
Yep, up early, ready for life to go on. Yep.
Perfect. Then may I inquire as to where the rest of your companions are? It seems that you're good and ready to go on this hunt.
I think we're just preparing for the morning, up and walking about, flying.
Go ahead and make a deception check for me, because you are hiding information.
That's a 5.
Uh-oh.
Well, let's see. He looks and just goes up and down and says, "Huh. But of course, just getting ready. Are we not friends, Duch? Can't you tell me a little bit more about what's going on? If you wish to delay the hunt, I can pull off it. We could delay it. It's no problem of mine."
I mean, I'm just going to buy something.
Splendid, then shall I join you?
Sure. Come on, let's go.
Excellent.
Let's go.
Perfect. And you both are joining, walking down the street. It is pretty empty as it is fairly early in the morning, but you see some merchants starting to pack up their wares as they're getting ready to leave. Guards are a little bit more high alert to everything that is happening right now, but also just making sure that everyone gets out of town safely. Aaron, you're witnessing this happen all as well. Aaron, what are you doing while you're flying up in the air?
I'd like to look more closely to the shop area and the alley he was attacked, like Aaron was attacked in the day prior.
So
More so the rooftops, if stuff like
basically
that.
we'll say that you're basically just
Orbiting.
you're just circling at this point.
Yeah.
Perfect. Go ahead and make a perception check.
20.
Dirty 20. As you're looking around, there doesn't seem to be any suspicious activity. Outside of general merchants just going into alleyways to pick up the rest of the wares, make sure that everything is good to go, out of eyesight of a lot of people, just to make sure that don't really want to attract how much money they made. So they want to keep that a little bit hidden.
Can I go to the rooftop where I ascertained the dagger came from when he was attacked?
You certainly can.
I just want to take a closer look, see if there's anything I might have missed since I was just taking a quick look.
Sure. At this point, go ahead and make an investigation check since you're looking a little bit more intently.
19.
19. You're examining and walking around, and you don't see anything that really would be out of the ordinary to you. It just seems to be an ordinary rooftop. You don't see any markings. It's as though the person was there and then vanished.
Definitely not the most usual hunt I've ever been on. But interesting nonetheless. Alright, and he'll just go down to like the market area.
Perfect. You look and you see a deck and Lord Error walking toe in toe, and Error just goes, "Ah! Aaron, my friend! It is good to see you. It seems that the deck and I were just about to go get some wares. Care to join us?"
Actually, yes. There's something I need to pick up as well, actually.
Perfect. Tell me, what were you both looking to get?
Well, I need... well, as odd as it might sound, I need a small bell and some silver wire.
Cool.
Perfect. So, at that point, you know the Reyna and Shad's shop, the Arcane Emporium, is the best place to go. Is the best place to get that stuff.
Oddly convenient.
It's really like you would just know that innately because you were in there yesterday. You did see a lot of spell components there. So
Yep.
The shop is indeed open, and merchants are in there gathering, getting what they can for potions, such as healing potions, and even some mages picking up last minute spell components. So whatever you need to pick up, you can go ahead and get it. If there's a material component, go ahead and mark that off for your gold. If there's a gold cost, or your rupees.
A tiny bell and a piece of fine silver wire.
Okay, and at that point, basically, it just costs like a rupee to get all that stuff, since there's no monetary value attached to it.
Ucha.
So, and the good news
while
is,
we're on that,
yes.
Sorry, while we're on that subject, for an oracle, is that a focus thing, or do I need to get components as well?
Okay, so if there's a monetary value, then you need the component. If there's no monetary value, then you can do it through the focus.
With my pendant, the focus.
Yeah, so your pendant, and this is just how it works in 5e. If there's a monetary value, you need the component regardless if you have a focus or not.
Yeah. Okay.
So it works the same.
Awesome. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. I love clarifying questions. And as you two are there, it should also be noted that on Error's back also looks to be a musket. You would know
The two
what
of us are heading to the shop as well, actually.
Yeah, you both would know what a musket is. Muskets are not fairly common, but uncommon. So there's basically a weapon for the rich.
I hope you're not planning on using that.
Well, yes, I am. It's how I hunt.
Okay. It's a bit loud.
Yeah, it gets the job done. And in the corner, you just hear, "Oh, hey, dum-dums!"
Evan!
And the corner, it just goes, and you just see the talking mimic book, and you just goes, what brings you to the shop back? What brings you back to the shop?
Hello, Kevin. I need some components for a spell.
Hey, Rhoda! It's like, I heard them. Yes, we have plenty of components, as you can look at the back. Right here, just let me know what you need, and I'll be able to grab it for you, no problem.
It's just a tiny bell and some silver wire.
She looks at you with a knowing grin, just, alarm, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, she goes back and just, very well, useful. He goes, well, little paranoid, are we?
Yeah, after yesterday, you never know.
Anything you care to do, Adek?
I mean, I wouldn't mind some of that for later. Just tinkering, But I gotta go elsewhere for my stuff. I don't think you sell shields here, right?
What kind of shields? Oh, you just mean a regular shield. No, that would actually be 1 second. What was it? She's just flipping through a scroll, just looking to see what items was. Oh, yes, it would actually be looks to be a local Hylian by the name of Boris.
Boris, okay.
His shop is actually more toward the front gate.
Thank you.
Automatically don't like him.
Oh, Boris, I forgot. I just wrote the name down. I was like, yeah, Boris.
I was like,
I forgot you guys.
Yo,
I saw
he has a
everyone.
mustache. We're attacking.
I was gonna say,
Origin
I
story.
forgot you guys went up against a guy named Boris with a mustache. I forgot.
Whoops.
I was like, oh, Boris is a good weapon shop keep name.
Oh, these.
If you're all set here, though, we can head over there.
Well, stay safe, Reina.
Oh, don't
You
worry.
too, Kevin.
I can't snap my fingers. I don't have thumbs.
It's all right, buddy. You'll be fine.
There were so many absurdities in that sentence, by the way.
What have thumbs? Well, no, you're fuck.
Well, he also said, I can't snap my fingers. I don't have thumbs. He doesn't have fingers either.
You don't have fingers either.
So anyway, Raina just looks and goes, we'll certainly do what we can. Kaja has agreed to help watch over the shop. Perfect. And at that point, well, Arrow says, well, the good news is the shop is right on our way out of town, so it'll be perfect timing.
Indeed. Well, I'll just
Still
need to
short two
grab some-
people, but yeah. Perfect
I'll
time.
need to grab
Don't
some
worry,
arrows
we can go
also,
ahead and-
while we're out.
Yes.
While we're out. I'll just need to grab some arrows also.
Oh, no problem. And you two make your way. And as you're heading down, again, merchants are starting to make their way outside of the city. You manage to meet up with Avum and Scisri. Avum and Scisri, as you two step out into the light, it is just blinding. You squint, and for a split second, you almost feel nauseous. It is basically a migraine times 100 at this
How
point.
do they live in this? This is. It's
Do we
like
see? Do we see
living
that?
in poison.
it's very beautiful,
It's
but
atrocious.
ow.
Are there like
Hilarious.
is there a merchant selling umbrellas
Umbrella hats.
or hats, like really like sun hats?
You could certainly try it. It's probably not going to work because it's more than just.
The sunlight.
It's literally just the
Yeah.
sunlight.
So also
Good to
while
have.
they're walking, because I know they're like quite a bit behind.
Yeah.
Avon would have told her like, I do want to stop by that shop. I don't know where the others went, but the magic shop. I need to look for a book. Something
Book? What are
I
you
thought
looking
of yesterday. Actually,
What? What are you talking about?
you're not gonna believe this. It's weird. I'm probably just heard it in the tavern or something, but I had a dream, and I want to look into this town of Hollandrum or something. It's probably nothing. It's just it could be important.
You had a dream? What do you mean you had a dream?
Again, I probably just heard things trying to think about this pendant all day, but I had this like weird dream last night where Sprite and I went to talk to this woman and a talking tree, and they told me about my powers. I don't know. It was ridiculous. Right, Sprite? I mean, you weren't there, right?
Oh no, I very much remember it.
What do you mean? I haven't told you about this,
I helped guide you.
but it was my dream.
Yeah.
And he just stops. You're saying that was real? You were there too?
In a way. I was aware of it.
God, I don't. This day, I don't. He's just like sun and everything.
Scissor's like, yeah, Scissor's also squinting with the sun, but as he's talking, she's just like grinning at him with just like wide smile, but she's just not saying anything. Okay.
Well, I don't know then. If that was real, then whatever part of our week or this pendant, Harlem Drum is important.
Sure, let's do it. And after I show you the thing, I was gonna show you. I have something to tell you too. We gotta exchange notes later.
What did you find? What did you get into?
No. It's gonna be more fun if you see it.
I swear, if you have a shiny tattoo that looks like that guy's on you somewhere.
What?
Just
Oh, no.
Okay, good. I was a little worried about that one. I had to cover for you.
No. Well, you'll see soon, I promise. I think, if we're still going hunting, that is.
And I already rolled for it. But he's like, regarding that is weird that you are related to this Where the heck are my vials? I had the vial of the water. He's like reaching through all his stuff and he's looking for his. Where are my vials? My vials must have came out at Sprite. Did you mess with my vials?
She just gives a cheeky grin of like, did I do that?
Sprite,
Nice.
if you are going to hang out with me,
Yeah.
you are going to need to know there are certain things I absolutely cannot handle. One,
Isn't it funny when he does this?
A little bit.
Goes into
It's a little
lecture.
bit. It's a little funny.
this
really
isn't.
funny.
This is not funny between the two of you. This is very important. You know this, Sisri. Breakfast is very important to me. I am grumpy if I do not finish my breakfast. It's the most important day. It starts your day off right.
You're talking so much, you're not even finishing your food.
You're always grumpy.
Second of all, I do not like pranks. Pranks are not funny. They're not a surprise. They're not a joke. Do you have my vial?
How are they not a surprise? You didn't see it coming, therefore it's a surprise. Surprise!
I'm about to hit you. I'm about to throw my dagger at you. We are going to leave you somewhere. I do not like this. And he just starts walking off towards the shop.
At that
Like,
moment,
put my vial back. Eventually, it's very important.
she snaps her fingers and suddenly, she's just holding the vials.
He's so cute when he gets worked up like this.
Just a little bit.
Does this all the time. You know how many orders of potions I've messed up because Scissory has done this? At least she grew out of that. Anyways, that's all they're doing.
Did you really grow out of that?
She's walking behind him. She just
No. It's like, there's so many
just
there.
wants to know I do it.
It's like, there's so many still messed up at the store. It's been months.
I swapped all the labels.
Oh
like
my
this-
gosh, no.
This one's a haste.
like,
It's like this one's a haste potion, but it's actually
Yeah.
healing.
exactly. What's wrong with me? I feel super caffeinated.
And then the one that's hasted, like you just give it. Someone's get this the healing potion, but it's really the haste potion. So it's, I'm dying. Haste.
Well, I will say I would not switch it for something vital like a healing potion.
Fair.
But definitely
Like,
for
enlarge
something else a
and
little less.
reduce and
Yeah.
then
Yeah, like a
switch.
large
Yeah.
and reduce, a large haste, like not healing
Yeah.
potions. No,
yeah.
absolutely.
But totally, yeah.
No.
Just sometimes.
I was gonna say, if that was the case, I'd
Bored.
probably have to question your alignment some.
Yeah, exactly.
And also,
I do have a line.
yeah. Second question: the
Yeah.
books that he got yesterday, how quickly is he able to pursue through them?
Yes, actually, go ahead. Since you slept for 4 hours, you have 4 hours of where you can be up. Go ahead and make just an intelligence check for me then.
What's his intelligence?
For real, though,
16.
can I buy umbrellas for them?
What'd you get?
16.
16. You got books specifically pertaining to Hyrule's myths and histories. So with that 16, you're probably able to get.
General locations and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, you're able to pick up a few details about the histories and legends of Hyrule and Dinroth to begin with. There just seems to be a perpetual mentioning of hear of this hero and a figure known as Ganon. How they keep basically almost locked in an eternal battle. Locations, you pick up that Hyrule is its own country and continent. You would have come across the name Holodrum, and you found out that Holodrum is but one country on the continent of Skyloft. And Skyloft is on the other hemisphere.
Oh wow, it's that far away, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Interesting. And reading that wouldn't associate at all to the celestial language that Chad was doing?
No. Not that you're able. You don't really find almost any mention of those kind of beings.
He's just probably just like, oh, they said they're in the air, that's the sky. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a fair
cool.
assumption.
Sweet.
Perfect. You said you wanted to stop by that shop, Ava. Is there anything you wanted to pick up?
Yeah, we don't have to RP it too much, but basically he's showing up there, turning in the books that he bought and being like, thank you, this was great. I've already read what I needed to. I'd like to flip these. Do you have anything more specific to Holodrum, the Skyloft? And then...
The Gerudo that sold you she seems to be packing up, and she goes, returning customer. Holodrum specifically, that unfortunately I do not. Holodrum is a far off country. There's not a lot known about it specifically.
Interesting. All right. Anything on... It's gonna sound weird. The Deku tree or similar trees that could be called Maku tree or Guardian of Time, Divine Sisters, just casual readings.
Really casual.
That honestly just sounds like this book pertaining to gods and myths will assist you the most.
Gods?
The Deku tree is a god.
Interesting.
A talking tree?
He is the god of those in the forest.
I mean, I've heard of a mystical turtle in space, but, talking tree, that's interesting. Sorry, real bad joke.
Oh, no, I know, I was saying,
You've heard of that before, right?
I was going to say, is that the Discworld reference?
No, there's like a whole religion that's all like thinks that there's like a turtle in the sky. Yeah,
that's right.
Sorry, I had a student that was like,
you're good,
questioning me on that one time, and I'm like, that's weird.
So, as she goes, yes, the Great Deku Tree is what would be known as a guardian deity. He specifically watches over those of the forest. This book should be able to assist you with those that are known, and potentially those that are theorized or not necessarily known.
Interesting. Thank you.
Certainly.
Thank you. Again, is it a fair trade if I turn 2 for 1, or do I owe you anything more?
2 for 1 trade, that'll be just fine.
Thank you, that's very kind. Where are you going next? I'm sure we'll try and find you if we cross your path again.
I'm heading back to Gerudo Town. It's in the far-off desert.
Well, if our travels send us there, we'll try and find you.
Stop by my shop.
Thank you. Oh, did you see big glowing armor guy in a flying Rito?
Oh, yeah, the Rito was up in the sky, and it...
Sounds about right.
As far as where they went, they seemed to be with a rather well-dressed man, and then they seemed to be heading up to the end the shop and then more or less left. Seemed to be heading straight to the gate.
I hope they don't go on the hunt without us.
That's
If
my...
we miss it, it's not the end of the world, is it?
I will be a little offended.
They seem to be heading toward the front gate.
Oh, thank you.
Look to the sky for signs of air.
There are none. So, with that...
We tried to follow them.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Ava, you look up into the sky, it's basically just you're looking up and there's just...
Are there shades anywhere? Is anyone like selling anything close to a sunglasses in this world?
Not sunglasses, no.
I've asked, can I buy umbrellas for them? Like just sun umbrellas.
You can, it's not going to do anything mechanically.
I know, I'm just saying for fun.
Yeah, no, you can. That would be about 2 rupees a piece. So
Cool.
For flavor reasons, you both can, for expediency's sake, you both can pick up the shield and also arrows that you required. The arrows, 1 rupee for 20 arrows.
Awesome.
And
I'll get 40 of them.
perfect. 2 rupees then. And for those of you wondering where I'm getting that price, I am pulling from Pathfinder 1st Edition because I prefer their prices over Xanathar's. So, but yeah. And a Duch, you're just getting a standard shield?
Yeah.
Perfect. I think that runs you about 15 silver. It normally costs like 15 silver or something like that, right, for a shield?
Let's see. I mean, D&D rules is 10 gold.
10 gold, then yeah, in that case it's 10 rupees.
Okay.
So, yeah. And as you two walk out of the shop, Avum and Scissory, you both are all reunited, and you see that Aaron is holding umbrella, basically umbrella hats. Aaron, what do they look like?
They're not. Well, would they be umbrella hats or would they be like mechanical, like actual?
They'd be
umbrellas?
umbrella hats, because that's what you said you wanted to get them, right?
Umbrellas.
Actual umbrellas.
Avon
Actual
is not
umbrellas?
wearing an umbrella
Umbrellas
hat.
or sun hats?
Sun hats would probably work. Well, sun hats, you could get sun hats fairly easily. Again, mechanically won't really do much, but
Yeah, it's just flavor wise.
flavor wise, but yeah. So what do the sun hats look like?
If you could think of the most over the top, like huge brimmed hat you can think of,
Are you talking about like a Kentucky Derby style sun hat at this point?
pretty much.
The Veeri and Ollie and me and all my chaotic characters that I've ever played are like, yes. This one's like, no.
Sorry about the look. This is all they had on the store.
What is this? Is this a Light Realm fashion?
Kinda.
I love this. I just plop it on my head immediately. How do I look? Good?
Great.
Yes? Yeah? Thank you.
Sorry, Avon.
you.
Again, the only thing they had in the store. I noticed you guys were struggling with the sun.
I appreciate it. I'll struggle. Thank you.
You don't want to match with me?
No. Sorry.
Hey,
That's
Avon,
ridiculous.
got a shield. I'll point to the new shield I have.
Shield Brothers. All right. That's awesome.
Yeah. That was a good idea.
I was going to say that it's like, just keep it just in case he wants it later.
I definitely can. I'm putting it in my bag. I like roll it up because I would imagine it's more like a floppier hat.
Yeah.
Like roll up and like put it in my bag.
So
Like,
you're
imagine Sprite just eyeing it and be like, yes.
yes. And Sprite is just like determined as saying he is going to be wearing
That's
this
getting
thing.
on his head at some point.
Yes. Like, Avum, you can just sense the gears turning in her head.
Gears, of course.
Yeah. So Adek, I'm assuming your AC goes up by 2 now, so you're at 19 now?
Yes.
Perfect.
Nice.
I like the shield, Attic.
Yeah.
Are you gonna
thanks.
paint it?
Probably. Do some cool design on it.
Yes.
Yeah, at this point, it's a standard metal shield.
Avon gives a here you go look to Eden as Scissory is commenting on Adek's look.
Perfect. And with that, Lord Arrow's like, well, friends, shall we be off?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I'm totally ready.
Perfect. Well, it is just out this gate. It'll probably be about half a day there, half a day back, and we'll have some dinner to cap the day off of to celebrate a good hunt.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah. Let's go.
Perfect. And he goes, excellent. And you all head your way out, going into the open wilderness, seeing the gates of Lureline leaving behind you, hearing the gulls cawing off, and you're going through fairly decent woods for a good portion of the day.
I'd like to
And-
comment something to my
Yes.
companions real quick. Just say,
You're
hey
good.
guys, so I saw a lot of merchants leaving, and I've heard rumors about merchants being attacked on the road, so eyes out for them, okay?
Oh,
Just in
sure.
case.
Yeah.
And apparently it's related to, Shad and stuff, so we should probably keep an eye out.
Oh.
How is that
Or the
related?
crystals,
was-
and all that, so.
Well, if he is in the shop, how is being attacked on the road related?
Just the person who did it seems to be interested in that kind of stuff, so hiring bandits and all.
Hmm. And I'm sorry, really fast. Is Error like in front of us a little bit? So
Yes.
we're talking privately? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, along with that, the guy that died in the inn? Do you remember his tattoo? And that's why I got one and me and Abram got one?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So the sparkles were out of them. Right. So that's kind of weird.
Yeah, I
What,
did
do you
a
have something?
detect magic, and it
Yeah.
said it was no longer magical.
No longer magical, and apparently there's a lot of magical energy around just me right now. So it's kind of strange. I don't know. Maybe it's nothing.
That's
Well,
very concerning.
Apparently
Oh,
there's a
concerning.
hooded guy who might be interested in crystals, so.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I should probably mention that as well. The guy who attacked me also had the hood on,
Okay.
much to that description as well. So,
It's
Mhm.
the worst.
l-
Sorry.
Nice.
Someone comes
Stabbed
after me,
by
I'm
a
totally happy.
dagger, and I'll hold the dagger up.
What did you say?
Just saying, the guy was stabbed by a dagger thrown. Yeah, I don't know. It might mean
Hell.
nothing, but
that being
Oh,
said, Scissory, you also need to be more cautious also.
I'm cautious.
Actually, Avum, you as well, considering you also have a tattoo.
Well, mine is not magical. And this is what really concerns me. If you're saying they're looking for that crystal stuff, she has it. And that's my concern. If she's going to be a target out here, I want everyone looking out.
Trust me though, I'm gonna be fine. It's like you don't. Okay, you have to watch just later. I'm gonna be
I
fine.
don't know watch what? This I
It's
don't
a
understand.
surprise for all of you. It's gonna be really cool. That's it.
She's been on this all morning. I'm sorry, guys.
don't worry, guys. I'll help keep you safe.
Perfect.
Perfect.
See, it's gonna be fine.
But if we're gonna keep an eye out, I can't see worth anything. So
Oh, it's awful right now. I mean, it's
Aaron,
so
it's
pretty.
on
It's
you.
so pretty, but also really hurts our heads right now. The hat
Which-
sort of helps.
Sissy reminds me, I'm gonna be reading since I can't see anything. I know you're gonna be walking around touching everything. If you find anything nature-wise that you think I could use for my potions, if you could just pick it up.
Hmm.
Ah,
Yeah, definitely.
Same with you, Aaron. Adek. Yeah.
Perfect. And as you all continue to walk through the forest, getting to the hunting grounds that Error wants to go to, that's where we take our break.
Hey.
So we'll be back here about 8:55, so 10 minutes. Thank you all so much for sticking around. Be right back and check out this week's bit of trivia. See you in about 10 minutes. And welcome back, everybody, for part 2 of tonight's episode. For those of you who are just joining us, thank you so much. You all are, again, continue to be amazing. But let's go ahead and dive into the second part, where our intrepid heroes are making their way through the wilderness of Lureline, specifically the Faron region of Hyrule, as they're in the Faron Woods. They are currently on an agreed-upon hunt, a day out of travel, with Lord Error. You all have marched for about half a day at this point. You all have had various discussions about the goings-on in Lureline, the various crystals and theories that you all are hatching, and eventually Lord Error begins to slow down his pace ever so slightly.
What was the name of this forest again? I'm sorry.
You're good. Faron Woods. Faron.
Okay. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. And he begins to slow his pace ever so slightly. And he goes, "We are coming up on boar territory. It's best that we start to make sure that our tracks are not nearly as hurt as often. Aaron, will you be able to track these boar?"
Mm-hmm.
Quick question: what is your favorite terrain?
Forests.
You have advantage. You have advantage on tracking them, my dude. So go ahead and make a survival check with advantage.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's right. A ranger gets to use their favorite terrain in a D&D campaign. What up?
24.
24, my dude. As you're going around, you look and you do manage to see what appears to be hoof prints, and specifically portions of a bush that seem to be bitten at. That would be the natural food source of a boar. And you manage to track. You have a quarry.
Awesome. Basically, I'll point out the direction it's headed, and I'll start stealthily making my way.
Making my way. Go ahead and make stealth checks for everybody.
Dill. What if we're just reading and not really caring about stealthing? Do you still want me to make a stealth roll?
I'd say just go ahead and make a stealth check, just a disadvantage.
Oh, that's going to be an issue. 18, though, for mine.
18, okay.
14.
14.
17.
17.
I rolled a 5, so that'd be a 13.
Perfect.
He's just talking about the books. Like, did you know that in here? I haven't heard about this.
Did you know? It's just that text fact thing that they have to subscribe to, where you get daily facts. All right, let's go check to see. Perfect. As you all are walking, you make your way slowly, methodically, as Aaron is ever so eyeing where the footprints are, as well as even seeing where there are down leaves to potentially indicate where a boar could have wandered through. And Aaron, you hear up in the distance just the sound of the snorting of a boar.
I'll signal everyone to stop, and I'll just gesture ahead.
Perfect. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
All of us, or just him?
Just Aaron.
Okay.
Is this with advantage?
Since it's in your favorite terrain, yes.
Also, favorite enemy is also beasts.
Beasts. That gives you advantage on knowledge checks against them.
On knowledge checks, okay.
No, wow, this wound up really working out for you.
It did. 17.
17. Okay. As you're looking, you do see at least one near a bush, and potentially what looks to be another nearby. So far, neither of them have seemed to have been alerted to your presence.
All right, and I'll signal two that 2, as in there are 2 of them. And
Aaron goes, and Aaron takes out his muscles and well, shall we?
We just like rush in and attack. How do you hunt? I'm wondering.
Was he talking about the 2 of us? Was that what the 2 of
No,
us?
no, 2 lords.
All right,
Oh.
and
Oh, they're here. And he like puts his book away.
and with that, let's go ahead and jump over to the battle screen real quick.
Yeah.
how do you hunt?
It is a genuine question.
Fair
It is a good question.
All right, I need at this point everyone to go ahead and roll initiative. And since you all managed to successfully sneak up on the boars, you guys technically get a surprise round.
Hey.
Is that advantage on initiative when we surprise, or is it regular? We just get that extra round.
You just get the
We just
extra
get that
round.
extra round.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like the hidden.
Technically, it's a
property,
surprise condition, but surprise round is a little easier, honestly.
right?
23 initiative.
Okay.
24, sir.
Well,
Okay.
One second,
boy.
guys. Let me go ahead and call.
boy.
Let me go ahead and call it out, because I will forget.
A little Dex competition between Dex players.
Yeah, what makes me mad is I think you have a lower dex. It's just you rolled higher.
Yeah. I'm like 1 lower than you. You're a +4 to initiatives.
Plus 5. Mad.
And I'm reading a book. Okay, I'm here.
All right. So
You're like
with this, a deck initiative
I got a 15.
15. Avum
24.
24. Scissory.
4.
All right.
There you
Nice.
go.
The paladins always, man.
Yeah.
What's your dexterity, Scissory?
It's +2. It's 15.
Okay.
This wasn't a 1.
All right. You'll be acting as a 5,
Okay.
and then finally Aaron.
23.
23. Okay. All right, perfect. As you all sneak up on the boars, you have the surprise round. Go ahead and technically, since this is a surprise round, you also will have advantage on these attacks.
Awesome.
All right, first up is Avum. Aaron, you're on deck.
Awesome.
Alrighty then. He is going to sneak up to. Trying to figure out roleplay wise how he's gonna do this, because okay, yeah, so he's just like getting down. He's like, all right, are we studying them? Are we killing them? What's how quickly are we getting through this? What are we doing? Like looking at Aaron in the deck.
Point to Aaron.
Watching, killing, what are we doing?
He has a bow and arrow, so I guess he's just kind of out.
Backer? Okay,
And
sure.
getting-
He'll get within like 10 feet or so and kind of like sneaking through the bushes, and then going to just chuck his dagger.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll. Technically, you get sneak attack since you have advantage on this.
But it's daylight, so
Oh,
it's back
so
down
it's
to
a
a normal roll.
Yeah, it's back down to a normal roll. That's right, you have disadvantage. So there's no one in 5 feet, so no, unfortunately, you don't have
Back-
sneak attack.
So I'm gonna change that then, because I was wondering about the advantage part. So instead
Yeah.
of like dagger, he's not even gonna get that close.
Yeah,
He'll stay back here, and just be like, all right, Scissory, I'm gonna try something. And then kind of taking his watch and kind of like spinning it, the little orb appears of power, and kind of like taking that dancing light, he's like focusing in on it and grabbing the ball, and then shooting it out, and he's gonna cast Guiding Bolt at this thing and be like, this might help you, Scissory.
all right, on this one specifically?
The one on top, yeah.
All right, perfect. All right, go ahead and make an attack roll again since Yeah,
24.
that's the unfortunate side of playing a ranged rogue is...
That's fine.
Yeah.
No, that's not how I'm building him, so...
You're good. So as you take it, luckily this is a flat roll because surprise round, and you just take it and the clock surges around. Go ahead and make an attack roll. This will be a spell attack.
24.
24. That is able to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yay. I haven't done Guiding Bolt in years, man.
It's so much fun.
It is. I
Never
love
done
this
Guiding
spell.
Bolt.
Oh, you should.
I don't usually play spellcasters, so.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
A lot to manage.
Dang. Holy moly. 23 points. I had 3 6s and a 5.
23 points. Well, as you just suddenly just surge it out, and
He gets knocked off his feet because he wasn't expecting it.
this is very much the you are literally doing a Goku where you're doing Kamehame, and you just fire it, and it just hits the board, goes, and just goes. It's still up, as it looks like it should have killed it, but then suddenly just brings it back to life, as almost just in something is keeping it just barely alive. But yeah, that has
That's fun.
that has done a number to it. All right. Well,
He looks really shocked.
yeah, as like this is very much like in one of like the Dragon Ball movies of Goku during the Kamehameha wave for the first time.
Love it. Love
So,
it. But that's
yeah.
his turn.
Yeah. So Aaron, you're up. And that's advantage on the next attack roll against it. Correct?
Correct.
Perfect.
He did say out loud that he was helping Scissory with it.
Yeah, and just
so
so
I don't know what the others will take as far
Yeah.
as tactics on that.
And
But
just so you know, since it is a surprise round, it doesn't matter how many advantages or disadvantages you stack on top of each other; they all cancel out to 0.
oh, so even if she has a disadvantage,
Yes.
it's
So-
still not going to help her.
So because she's a surprise round, it's
Oh.
yeah, no, that's something that they
Okay,
wrote
I
into.
gotcha. I always forget that because I know Critical Role doesn't do that, so I always forget.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that it's something that they did to balance out things becoming just insane.
Okay.
But no,
Which is fair.
either way, you did a lot.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking it might counteract our sunny day attacks for that one turn, but that's fine.
It will for future turns when you're not in a surprise round potentially.
Are these trees? Like these?
Yeah, they're
There's
trees.
trees. Okay, just want to make sure. So Aaron will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm assuming I have line of sight there. Here.
Yes, you do.
With the bottom one. Okay.
Yes.
And bonus action, first off, I'm going to do Hunter's Mark on it. So
Perfect.
And then, yeah, I'm going to shoot an arrow at it.
Perfect. Go ahead and make an attack roll. This will be with advantage because surprise round.
Wait. Dang. Well, almost a natural 20. It was a 19 on the die. Wow, I can't math. 28.
Damage? The 10. Okay, I was gonna say.
Not damage.
Yeah, no, that hits. That would hit a Tarask.
Jeez.
Yeah, Tarasks have an AC of 25.
It's only 1d6 for
Yep.
Hunter's Mark. Uh, 12 damage.
Okay, again, it looks like this is an arrow that should hit, and it's still standing, but both of them are looking very rough.
All right.
All right. Well, next up is going to be Lord Air's turn, as he just goes, oh, this is good fun. And he's going to move up to here and take out his musket, and he's going to open fire. And that is more than likely going to hit with a... Yep, with a 23, that hits. It's gonna do
Dang, all these
Oof.
rolls. Oof.
Yeah, no kidding.
Level 3.
Level 3 with the surprise round. Boars don't
Plus
have.
9 to longbow.
That's 14 points of damage. He rolled a 10. So, bam! It just fires, and this one goes down.
Nice.
But then,
Finish.
seemingly out of nowhere, you hear a roar, just roar! As Aaron, a bear somehow has managed to sneak up behind you.
Even with the passive perception of 15.
It rolled a 16. I literally just I rolled for it. Yeah.
One.
No.
That's so funny.
And you look, and as you hear it, you see in its eyes, you see the radiating red, blue, and green that you recognized with the rats.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Wait, did we see that with the boar as well? Or
No, the boars seem normal.
No, okay. Okay.
As it's going to come up, and it is going to have fun with you. It's going to make 2 attacks on you. First attack is going to be a...
But he's not in the air, you're on the ground?
He's
I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not flying.
First one will be a bite with a 22 to hit.
Yep.
Second one will be this will be a claw with a 14 to hit.
No.
Perfect. So the first one is a bite.
Does Avum see this attack, or
Yes.
because it snuck up on it, would he not even notice it either?
Well,
currently,
you didn't notice it until it's attacked. So
Okay.
now that you've seen it, it's just like how stealth works. Now that you've seen the attack, you can see it happening.
so Avum looks over and sees the bear like slash into Aaron and just the blood going, and he goes, "No!" And as he reaches out, time stops for a second and then rewinds. I'm gonna
Yeah.
make you re-roll that attack.
So the bite attack specifically.
The one that hit. Yep.
All right. So
And I
that was
can do it after I know the
that is a modified 20.
That still hits.
That's all right. He tried.
Yeah, you did try. As you reached out,
lower.
as you
he fumbled
reached
the
out,
door.
grabbing your symbol that is both of a clock and of a harp, and you reach out and you, almost like Doctor Strange with the sigil before you, just take a clock and just twist it, and
I was thinking like a yellow gear appears
Yes.
on the enemy, and then like it's like turning as it reverses attack.
as the gear just appears around it and it reverses it ever so slightly. But something with this bear strangely almost seems to just resist it, and it still manages to make its bite attack with Aaron.
How much
Yeah.
am I taking?
Well, we're about to find out, my friend. That's going to be
Alright, try,
10
buddy.
points of piercing damage with
Okay.
1 additional point of cold damage. As you suddenly bite in and you feel the cold just overtake you, like you felt with the rats back at the beginning with the tavern. Yeah, no, guys, oracles are awesome.
Are awesome. It was just very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried.
No, you
It
tried.
went down by 2 at least.
You did. With that, Adek, you are up.
All right. Well, I guess seeing this bear come in here, he's going to begin to make his way down to here. Wait, one last. There we go. And he will grab his shield now because
Yeah.
he didn't have it out initially, but he'll bring it out now, and then he will kind of hold out his arms and this katana he has out, and his Sheikah eye will begin to glow very vibrantly right in the center of the eye, and lightning begins to crackle and fire out towards the bear.
All
Perfect.
these cool things.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an attack roll. This will be the lightning ability. Basically, you're doing the Iron Man unibeam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
22 to hit.
Yeah, that would hit.
Nice.
All right. That is for 10 lightning damage to this thing.
as suddenly, just with that, you just see, and just goes and strikes into the bear, and the bear.
That was very cool, but I'm still very scared.
All right. That boar
Avon's
is
quickly sketching and writing in his book.
that boar is dead, and Scissory, you're up.
Okay.
That gets 2 gold stars for that.
D.
Hold up.
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
Number 1, with these like right here, can I stand there, or is that like bushes or trees?
You can.
that I
This is a tree, so technically the tree tops, so you can stand underneath it.
Okay, I just want to make sure. And then second, when you do a smite,
Yes.
do you have to declare the smite before you roll?
No.
Or can you say after?
You can say after.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, I
That
see.
way, if you miss an attack, you don't waste it.
Yeah, no,
Okay. I didn't know if they were
I've been
harsh
at
with that.
tables where that's happened, and it's not fun.
It's so
Whoa.
sad, especially because Paladin
Yeah.
has so little spell
There's so
slots,
little
so-
spell slots.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think looking at the abilities Avon had, she's like, "You have more," and then she goes, "You were supposed to watch this. Watch this. Watch me." And
Watch me. Watch me.
then I run up to this bear, and I'm gonna.
Do you
try
hate
to attack.
me, Silent? Anyway, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay, so I got a 18.
Yes.
Yeah, that hits.
Yes.
So I'll do a smite.
Yes.
Let's
So
go.
I bring up my my rapier up in the air, and then this lightning bolt, right?
Yeah.
It just like comes down and strikes it, and then I just whack the bear with it.
Go ahead, make it.
Stop me! Watch me, Ava!
Avon probably looks like he's about to reverse it again, thinking she's about to get struck by lightning, and then going like, oh.
And I believe since Aaron is technically there, I think you also get your sneak attack. I think you get your sneak attack on top of this.
Yep.
Right.
I am within 5 feet, so technically yes.
Yep.
I definitely rolled really bad for damage. I have 2 1s, a 2,
Yeah.
and a 7.
It
But
doesn't matter. It still looks
that's okay.
cool.
It still looks cool.
Yeah.
So I got a 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15, even with sneak attack.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, 15. All right, perfect.
I can imagine she's very excited running up to it, but I was like, I'm glad you're excited, but I'm still very scared.
This is still terrifying. As suddenly you all see Scissory run up with just this wild abandon, and suddenly she just leaps up into the air as lightning strikes her rapier, and she goes in as it's glowing with a divine light, and she strikes into the to the bear, dealing considerable amount of damage, mind you, but it is still up.
Oh dear.
I
with
didn't even notice. Wait, sorry, what? Sorry.
Dopers.
I just yell, that's Stopers!
Isn't it? I like look back at Avon, like wanting him to be impressed with me.
Yeah. He's just in shock.
I like wave my sword, and then I'm done.
Perfect.
Where did you get that?
I told you it was a surprise.
And with that, surprise round is over. Avum, you're back to the top of the order. Avum, you're up.
What from you? Was that you?
Real quick, Aaron, I need you to make a concentration check on Hunter's Mark.
Oh, right.
Yeah, DC.
It's a wisdom, right?
No, it's Constitution. So
Constitution. Right.
a DC 10, since you only took 11 damage.
It drops.
It drops? Okay. All right.
Dang. Oh well.
You got to use it. You did get to use it.
I got to use it. Yeah.
All right, Avum, what are you doing?
He's just like running up a little bit and kind of like hiding behind the tree and just be like, was that from you? That was amazing. What? When did you? All right, fine. We'll talk about it later. And then, I'm sorry, Aaron. I'm sorry. That's right. Okay, focus. And he's like fumbling, like looking for something to grab because he's like so far away, and then he goes, oh, let's try this again. And he's spinning his watch again and like putting it out towards him. And I'll cast Toll the Dead as another gear starts spinning around the bear's head.
Wisdom save, correct?
Yep.
All right. That's a 14.
14's my DC, so I think it beats it, right?
Yeah, it beats it. Then it beats it. As something just looks and just with the eyes that are flaring multiple colors, it looks just.
I don't like that, guys. We should. We're only hunting boars. We should. I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Aaron, you're up.
More lightning. More lightning.
I will take the attack of opportunity. I'm going to fly about 60 feet up.
Okay, well that is going to be a 24 to hit. Your reaction, Avum, has reset. Actually, wait, you can only do that once per day, can't you?
Do it twice.
You can do it twice.
I'm gonna let that one hit.
Okay, you're good.
That's fine. That's fine.
Well, this is going to be a claw attack. Ooh.
Hopefully not as much damage.
Well, let's see. 16 slashing damage.
I'm down.
Wow.
Ooh.
As suddenly the bear
You said
just
16, right? You said 16.
I said 16. Yes.
Yeah, I'm down. That's
All
my
right, and
HP.
suddenly-
That was left.
The bear strikes and suddenly Aaron just goes unconscious.
It's real quiet.
Oof.
Ouch.
And with that, Lord Aaron looks over and says, well, that's problematic, and just goes and just points his.
Problematic, you think?
He was a very simple man, all right, and that's a misfire.
No.
That's a natural one, and suddenly it goes.
Ooh.
Luck is like, well, it didn't explode this time, and that's gonna be his turn. It's the bear's turn. It is going to make one attack at you, Scissory. Actually, it's going to make both attacks at you, Scissory, since you're the one that heard it. So, first a bite. That is 14 to hit.
No.
Nope. All right. And then a claw attack with an 18 to hit.
Yes.
Okay.
You haven't been hit, right? Yeah. Yeah.
All right. That's going to be 13 points of slashing damage as it just comes right at you.
Okay.
And you
All of a
don't.
sudden got more scared than I thought I would be.
All right. Duch, you're up.
I'll just kind of look, just like, one of you got him?
Take out the bear.
Okay. He will run over to the backside to flank with Scissory
Perfect.
with his katana now, and he's gonna attack. So advantage because flanking.
You got it. And you're doing two-handed, you said?
No, I got my shield out. so I
Perfect.
can't
One.
do
That's right. Correct.
it. So that will be, 18 on the die, so plus a bunch. 23
Plus
to hit.
numbers.
Yeah, you hit. Yeah. What is D&D?
All right. 10 slashing damage.
How do you
Nice.
kill it?
So yeah, I just kind of
Yeah.
jump towards the back of it now as it's kind of looming over the two. Just take the katana and dab it right into the back of the spinal cord.
Perfect.
Pull down.
Yeah. As
Pull
you
it to the ground.
being inspired by
Wind's
seeing,
balloon.
being inspired by Scissory's jump and stab, and then seeing Aaron go down, you run up and just take your and jump into the air, and while in the air, do a spin your katana in the palm of your hand to where it's going to be reverse grip, and you stab down and then just drag it down the spine, and then take it and then flick the blood off into the proper grip, and then take it and then just flick it and clean it.
When you're
Makes sense
stabbing,
on
it's
how
okay.
efficient reverse grip was. Interesting.
I love you, Mike. All right, Duch, that was a good turn. And with that, oh yeah, what else?
I'll
gonna do?
move over to this side of him just so the boar doesn't get him. After that.
Perfect. I love it. All right. And with that, Scissory, you're up.
Okay. So I'm looking at Aaron, who just like tried to fly and then just totally crumpled to the ground. Ouch.
He should be
I'm
called
like,
Icarus.
Oh wow! All right, this is not look okay. I'm gonna try this thing, and I just like
give you that one.
smack my hand on his back like flat, and I do lay on hands for 5.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you just reach deep inside of you to a power that you didn't know you had, and suddenly positive energy surges out of it, as though the light, similar of what you feel with the skyward strike. And Aaron, you're up with 5 HP.
Are we good? Did we kill it? Oh, jeez.
Wait.
Okay. Oh.
And that?
Avon's like, I have so many questions.
Avon was already running up, like preparing to heal, and then he's like, "What?"
Thank you, Sisley. Oh.
Good, man. You good?
I'm good.
That's my turn.
Okay.
I'm just healing.
The boar is going to go ahead and start running, and it's going to make it down here. And that'll be its turn as it's back to top of the order with Ava.
Starts running, huh? All right.
Starts running. He's like, yeah, you think you could get away, you nerd.
You nerd.
Yeah, Avon's like still running up because, like, again, he was about to heal, so he's just like, what? It's too sunny out, and then he just like points to the boar, and he's trying Toll the Dead again.
Okay. It should work this time. With a modified 0, I think that works.
Perfect. It hasn't taken any damage.
Oh, no,
yet,
it has.
right? It has.
It has.
So-
yeah, Aaron shot it like one of the
Yeah.
first rounds.
Yeah.
I get to use a D12. I don't think I've used a D12 like ever.
Not even as a barbarian?
Well, I mean, it's been a while.
Oh, fair enough.
7 points of necrotic damage.
Perfect. As you reach deep and the gears come into your hand.
Reverse his life force, yeah.
Yeah, and then come out and extend around the boar and just start to twist in a counterclockwise manner. You just see the boar and just collapses to the ground as you see it almost get just drained of all of its life energy. Good job, everybody. As the combat in the forest begins to die down, and Error is breathing heavily and runs up to you, all of you, and goes, are you all right?
It's okay.
Yeah, you doing good, buddy? You all right? Second
Yeah.
time, just in 2 days. That's a rough time.
Yeah.
And then, I'm sorry, just, look, it's a squirrel, and he grabs like a wing that probably looks like it's bending the wrong way, and he casts Cure Wounds on it.
Perfect.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You get 11 points of healing.
Oh, thank you.
Way better than Renan's been doing at 10th level. Jeez.
Now back to 16. Yeah.
Gosh, just the first level did more damage than third level. Sorry, I'm still mad about that one.
You're good.
Three
There's
ones,
God.
man.
This bear's got the same stuff, right?
I noticed
That's what I
that
saw.
too. Yup.
It got a little cold when he bit me.
Okay, bear,
Oh,
sure,
weird.
whatever. Scissory.
Did you like it? Did you like it?
Scissory
That
is
was
a
super
surprise.
cool.
okay.
That was
Thank
really
you.
cool.
Thank you. Thanks.
How'd you do that?
I learned it in a dream.
Oh,
You didn't want to, maybe when I talked about a dream, bring that up?
Surprise!
You know, weirder things have happened.
you
Yeah.
guys can make your weapons cooler in dreams? I gotta work all
Apparently.
night for mine.
That must be. Oh.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that thing that just happened, that was pretty cool.
That was actually really cool.
That was
Oh,
amazing.
yeah.
He was working on it all night. I bet he could sleep.
Oh. I mean, sorry. That's very sad.
Yeah, and Scissory, even though Avum seems like in shock, you actually notice like a grin, but like a little hint of a smile on his face.
He's just super happy. I was like,
More proud of
yes!
herself.
He's proud of his sister.
Oh,
That's-
all right.
Hallelujah.
So those things are out this far, though.
Yeah.
In the woods.
Do you think you could track this back to like its den or something?
Probably. I can try.
I mean, maybe there would be something interesting there.
True.
Also, I don't want to nitpick, but I made a few notes. Eden, it would probably behoove you to stay in the air, strategically. Especially, I mean, if these two are lightning everywhere, just a thought.
If anything, it would also be pretty dangerous to stay in the air with all the lightning coming around.
I mean, if you get out of the way, I mean, they're not going to aim it towards you. Just constructive
I
criticism.
don't think I would
about
do
it.
that. No.
I don't know.
But bears on the ground.
Say
Yep.
something good that he did too,
The
Avon. You can't
trees
just
are
say
kind of
a
in the
bad
way,
thing.
though. The trees are kind of in the way from above.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's hard
true.
to see.
You aren't dead. You came back up quite quickly. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, Ava.
That works.
You're welcome.
Meanwhile, Lord Error is just standing there, looking at all of you, kind of curious. And is, well, we certainly can try to track this beast back to its den.
Yeah, have you seen anything like this around? I mean, you said you hunt here all the time, don't you?
I have not seen anything like this in the Farid Woods. No. Yeah. Yes,
Weird.
Mark.
Oh no, I was just scratching my elbow.
Oh, I thought you were holding up a
My
die
hand
like I want the insight check.
Oh, actually, I would like the inside check, actually.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
While he's doing that, Avon's just gonna go, Lord, if you keep your elbow in when you shoot, you might not miss as much. Just another note for you as well.
Well, these things can be rather temperamental. They're
19.
fairly new technology. 19. He seems to be fairly honest. He hasn't seen anything like this in the Farin Woods. Bear attacks. Yeah,
Yes.
those happen. But
The glowing eyes,
yeah,
no.
no.
I did like your gun, Lord Error. It was very cool.
Yes,
Oh,
this
look at
is certainly. It's obviously damaged and needs to be quickly repaired, but
Could I mess around with it and potentially fix it?
what do you do you have
I'll
Tinker's
cast
tools?
mending on it.
I mean, I have Tinker's tools, I have Smith's tools, I also have proficiency in firearms if you allow that. 'cause
Oh,
DM
that's right, you
discretion.
do.
So-
We discussed that. You'll go ahead and make a Tinker's check. This will be intelligence.
Alright.
Yeah, I forgot. We agreed on certain circumstances you could get firearm
fun.
proficiency.
So that will end up being a 19 total.
19. Perfect. Yeah, as you're looking around, and it's almost like various stages of where you're just tinkering around with it, going with various tools, cleaning it out, making sure the powder is all cleaned out and that it's not as wet. It seems that Lord Aaron hastily loading it, loaded a little bit too much, and it caused a little bit of a jam.
Ooh.
So
Black powder weapons.
Avon writes another bar
Yeah.
next to Lord Error's name, not a gold star, but a bar.
Well, while I'm
like,
doing that, I'm going to go ahead
Get
and
out.
see if I can track where this bear came from.
yeah. Do you have specific beasts labeled, just out of curiosity?
It just says beasts.
It just says beasts. Okay. Oh, so yeah, you would get, but you're still in your favorite train. So you have advantage on, and that's right. You guys actually can't get lost while you're in the forest, actually. So go ahead and make a survival check with advantage, please.
Another reason to
Good.
stay around Aaron is two
No.
people that don't know
Wait.
this area.
When you're doing an exploration-based game, rangers you want.
Yup,
Yeah.
sure.
Yep.
Well, first roll. 16, second roll. So that would be a 21.
21. Its den is not far from here, actually. There are not a lot of cliff sides. It seems that the commotion attracted it fairly quickly.
And I surmise it was the gunshot.
Yeah. It was the
Loud.
gunshot.
Like I said, Lord Air, it too loud. That's what got this thing here.
Yeah. It's maybe about 50 feet away. and you're able to find it. It is in a small clearing, a very small plateau. The cave is not that remarkable. There's a small little patch of what looks to be twigs, leaves that would be used for it to sleep, and then also a little bit of water that would be running into it. That would use as a water source.
Can I check the water? See if there's any like glowing bits.
Go ahead and make.
Like we saw before.
Yeah, go ahead. This would be an investigation check. And is anyone following Aaron at this point, or just out of curiosity?
Yeah, I'm just kind of walking behind him, fixing the gun as I go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Perfect. Aaron's probably walking with you guys.
12.
You don't really spot anything of note.
Okay.
You just basically find a lot of things that the bear would have used to eat. So.
I mean, I'll give the gun back and I'll take a look too.
Perfect. Go ahead and Error is very impressed with how quickly you managed to do it. And Cleo says, "Oh, my good sir, you did such a fine job with this." And he just puts it around his shoulder again. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I do a divine sense while I'm here.
Sure you may.
23.
23. You do see little specks glowing. Or not necessarily glowing, but you do see little specks in the water.
Same kind of thing I saw before.
Very similar.
There's some of that stuff in the water here, looks like.
Perfect.
Aaron, do you want to try drinking it again?
Sure, why not? It worked out last time. I'll go ahead and fill my my water skin.
Water skin. Yeah.
Wait, let me see if I can do my thing, just in case.
All
Just
right.
do it.
Let's go ahead and take a look. So, divine sense. You're looking. You don't really detect any celestial fiends or undead in this region. Yep, you don't see anything that would necessarily be considered hollow either.
Okay. I'm like, all right, you're good.
All right.
I'll fill my water skin and I'll just take a quick drink.
All right. Go ahead and heal for 11 points.
Awesome.
Nice. That's a
Everything back.
good one.
Awesome.
Resume back to full. Nice.
Yep. So,
So same thing? Did the same thing?
Mm-hmm. I actually feel just
Why
about
does
as good
it-
as when we woke up.
So why does it help us, but it seems to not help animals randomly?
That's
Maybe
very
if you
interesting
drink a lot of it, it will.
eventually.
Oh.
So maybe we should probably do this not as
I mean,
much
Yeah.
as
I mean,
Yeah.
I could be the test case because I haven't drank any yet, but
Fair
Or
enough.
it could be proximity to a source rather than ingestion.
What?
could be.
How close you are to crystals or whatever's causing this.
Right.
Desiree never paid attention to school, did you?
You just use like big words to sound cool.
I mean, we could follow maybe the stream and find a source upstream potentially.
Yeah.
I can go ahead and take a look. I can fly over.
That'd be smart.
all right.
Are you cool with that, Error? Some exploration? Very exciting.
I'm a little bit sure. I mean, more time the merrier. I definitely think you all earned a little bit of that dinner tonight. As a little bit of apology. Didn't realize it was going to get this dangerous.
Oh, this was fun. This was a great time.
All right.
So consider that the meal as a bit of thanks and also my sincerest apologies.
Sure.
All right. With that, Aaron, go ahead. As you fly up, go ahead and make a perception check for me. I'll consider
With
this still.
advantage?
That's what I was debating. I'll still consider that as advantage because you're technically still in your favorite terrain area.
Awesome. $22.
22. Let's see. 1 second. Gotta look at my map here real quick. As you're looking for the source, it doesn't really seem to be. It is a small creek. And then you manage to look and you see a little gap where there would be a clearing where a tiny forest lake would be located. It is maybe about a few miles south of here. So if you were to head down, you could definitely find where it is located, no problem.
Awesome.
All right.
You want to follow that? What are we doing, guys?
I mean, I'm down, yeah.
I mean, if we're looking for answers for these crystals, seems like the best lead we have.
Definitely.
Agreed.
Which, again, I'll bring it up later, but what things we get involved with, we don't have to get everything. But we're here anyway.
We're here.
Perfect. You all follow Aaron as he leads you to this lake. And it's a very simple lake, surrounded by trees, fairly serene in nature.
Mosquitoes.
On the far side, though, where there would be the beach, there's just a series of crates that are opened. And you look, and the lake is brimming with crystals. You don't even need to make perception checks. It is glistening.
Well then.
Oh, they know where they came from. I'm gonna go over to the boxes, see if there's any markings on the boxes.
Adek, you wanted to do something?
Yep.
I'm just gonna ask Lord Air, do you know what this lake is named?
He goes, Lake Makar.
Makar? L-A-K-A-R?
Makar. M-A-K-R-A-R.
It's in your backyard, basically, or is this beyond?
This
what
is well beyond Lureline. I own a estate within the city. It's been in my family for generations. And his brow is a little furrowed at this point. He's just examining all this. Aaron, you head on over and examine the crates. The crates, at this point, go ahead and make an investigation check to see if you can find any symbols.
So this is on the other side of the lake, so it's not on our side, right?
Correct. You guys are coming basically where you're headed is you're headed south. It is basically directly on the other side of the lake from you.
Before he takes off, Avon's just going to be like, just look, just be careful. Let us back you up if you're going to investigate it.
19.
19. There's the biggest thing that you find a few things. You find a series of crate numbers, more or less just signifying this is a number that is used from one shipping company to help track it, more or less. It's a way of identifying one package. When a crate arrives, they can note it, and it's just a way to keep it organized. But with the 19, you look on the very bottom corner of every single one, a mark that can't be noticed unless you're looking for it. An eye with 3 spikes on top and 3 spikes on bottom.
Wait, that can't be a coincidence. I'm gonna start looking around, see if anyone's watching.
Make a perception check. With
And
I also want to look too around.
yeah, everyone go ahead and make perception checks if you want to.
I actually wanted to be inciting error to see if he's still if he's playing dumb.
Go ahead and make an
Or
insight check.
If he's genuinely surprised at finding this.
Also, is it advantage, sir? Consider.
Yeah, you are in the forest.
Awesome.
And I'll guidance myself as I begin to look.
Yeah, can Avon help Scissory with that by kind of like having conversations with him specifically to try and like let her gauge his reaction in regards?
Yeah, sure.
I'll give you advantage, Scissory, if you can.
Okay. I got a 21.
You
Got a
gather
22.
that you got a 22.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. He's very hard to read. He seems to be shocked at seeing all this. But again, he's very hard to read.
Of like what emotions besides shocked he has type of thing. Is that what you mean?
Basically.
Okay.
I have a 23 perception.
Yeah, my 22 is for perception, sorry.
Oh, 22 is for perception. Okay. Even with okay, so 21 and modify 20, Aaron?
23.
23. 22 and 23. Awesome. As you're both looking around to see if there's anyone that is in the general vicinity, you don't see anybody.
Okay.
Part of that insight from Scissory, could that be hard to read, or potentially hard to read also if he's shocked that maybe we're being caught? Like he's like, is there any sense of nervousness?
Not that you can tell.
Lord Error, I mean, if they're speaking of the higher ups, I mean, obviously, if this is all being brought here by merchants, someone's payrolling this. Do you have any idea of someone that has the money capable of this in this area? You, of course, having your connections, I mean, being a lord and all.
He thinks for a moment, strokes his chin just a little bit, and goes, "Well, these are crystals, after all. These seem to be crystals that are used in tattoos. Could be that Goron, that gives the tattoos, could be behind all this."
Tattoo maker? No, he's backed by someone else. He doesn't have the money for that. That'd be quite a front.
Then in that case, I don't know.
Plus, the Goron we met wasn't like high society, right? He
No.
was like merchant level.
He was merchant middle class. The best way to describe it is medieval European middle class.
Right. I mean, he
So
might lead us
it's
towards someone, but go ahead.
Is the lake big, by the way? Like,
No.
how big is this lake?
It
It's
is
little?
not. It is a small forest lake, basically.
And is there a river running out of it, or is it just the lake itself?
It is a best way to describe it is a creek, not so much a river.
Okay. Yeah, and why this lake specifically? That doesn't really make sense to me.
If it serves
Unless
as a
they
water
just want
source,
to dump
Is it hidden
stuff.
well, or...
It's deep enough.
Also, I'm gonna, as we're doing this, like, kind of approach it, like, maybe there's something living in this water. I want to, like, look for any signs of movement or life in the water.
Okay. Go and make a perception check for me then.
I mean, if it
I
serves
would like
as
to
a water,
guidance myself again as I do that.
yeah, love guidance. If it
It's a great
serves as a
spell.
water source for the city or connected to the sewers, there was a lake underground, so if there's any sort of connection.
None that I'm aware of. Perception?
I got 21.
21. Amazing. You don't gather that there's anything necessarily living within the water, but something does catch your eye as there is slight movement. And you hear, and even Avon, suddenly, even to a degree with Sprite, even she starts to shake just a little bit. She's almost a little bit nervous.
What's wrong, Sprite?
Something's foul. A spirit's been corrupted, or is being corrupted. I sense it. And then, a deck you hear, they're ruining it.
Who? Where did I hear that?
It's all around you.
Okay.
You all...
And only he hears it.
No, you all hear this. You all hear,
Oh.
they're ruining it.
Malice.
What?
Oh, it's drawn. Just looking around.
Wind begins to whip and wrap around all of you as you just feel it surrounding you and going into the center of the lake as it just spins into a circle. And you see before you a figure that appears to be blue with a long, slender blue dress and wings, long, flowing blue hair. And she goes, "They're ruining my lake!"
Bow is drawn. It's pulled back, but he's not firing it.
Do you wish
out of
to
reaction.
ruin it too?
No.
No, actually, no. Do you want us to get rid of that stuff? We can.
She goes,
Try.
"What makes you think you can get rid of it?"
We fought
We could
things.
try.
We fought things affected by it before. And he looks at Scissory and then the others, but he goes, "All of us respect nature. Are you from this lake?"
She goes, "This is my lake. This was once a fairy lake."
Quick Sprite.
Sprite goes, she's nodding, and she goes, she is being corrupted. There's something within this is twisting her.
I think the crates, whoever's doing this, they are hurting your lake, and we can help if you let us. We are not here to harm, only in self-defense.
Make a persuasion check.
I'd like to be known I'm holding the attack in case she does become hostile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Come on.
Buddy,
11.
11. She looks
Sprite be my advantage because she's a fairy? No, I'm just kidding.
Good attempt.
I feel like she's the only reason we had a persuasion check.
And the fairy is looking at you. Daggers at you. Like she's trying to read your very soul. She goes, "And what can you do that I can't?"
It's around.
Well, I don't know if I can do it right now, but given some time, I know how to sort of clean up water and things around me with some magic.
Make a persuasion check.
Aaron is just nervously eyeing the group. It's like, am I shooting? Am I not shooting? What am I doing?
Okay, 16 on persuasion.
16. She goes. She flies up to you. It is almost just an inch away from your face, a deck. And she's again seems to be just like with Ava, almost peering into your very nature and soul. And she looks, goes, "Huh. Very well. If that is indeed the case, and you are able to clean my lake, then I shall reward you. One of you."
We'll try, yeah.
What intentions do you have for me, Gerudo-born? She's looking right at you at a deck.
Played so much.
Intentions for you, I don't have any right now, except for to try to help you. That's all I want to do.
Very well. You clean my lake, and I'll reward you. You don't, Well. In that moment, the wind picks up again, and suddenly she begins to diminish and vanish from sight.
Like Avon was like holding up a hand to like Aaron, just being like,
Yeah, that got intense. And also that explains the red hair.
It's my adoptive mother. It's, I mean, I don't know.
it's not the
Don't
point.
matter.
Greta, what's that a race here?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Remember this
Mostly-
person I bought the books from.
No,
Mostly women.
right. Okay, well that's cool. She knew. That's kind of weird. She knew though, right?
Yeah.
Red hair? Is that what that's from?
People can have lots of different hair colors.
Yeah, I mean, if she knew your what you said adopted mom,
Yeah.
so that's kind of weird. She knew where your
Oh yeah, that's definitely weird. It's
Yeah.
really weird. Okay.
yeah. Like I don't just look at people and know where they grew up. So
Eric just kind of gestures to himself.
well, I don't know like your town.
And then kind of looking at us like, if people knew of the Twilight, then they would know exactly where we're from.
Fine, whatever. So, you have a thing that can actually help water?
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to take some time to rest up and kind of prepare for it, but
Well, Lord Adder, unless you have any issues, would it be okay if we make camp for a while?
She goes, well, he looks up at the sky and goes, the sun is getting low. I don't see any problem with that. We'll make camp and then we'll make our way back to Lureline tomorrow morning and have a nice meal.
Fancy breakfast,
I mean,
maybe.
Aaron, do you know how to cook up boar over a fire? We could go grab some of that and bring it out here. Nice meal.
Good. I have some experience with cooking wild game. Kind
Okay.
of comes with that territory.
Right.
Yeah.
Those vials.
Oh, yeah. Here.
He's gonna take the vials, dump them from anything, and then fill them with water, or from the water from the lake. And he's gonna attempt, like while they rest and do all their cooking and stuff, just to tempt any sort of like alchemist, like burning of it. Just try and like, he's gonna just try and engineer and re-reverse it, trying to understand maybe what could be causing some of this corruption to help Attic and kind of like what we're trying to find as a source, if it's the water itself or it's something in it or what.
Perfect. So you all are able to get the boars, and Aaron, you've hunted enough that you're able to field dress this thing just fine, and the meal comes out fairly good. Avum, go ahead and make for me, since you have history of being an alchemist, go ahead and make an intelligence check for me with the add your proficiency.
Okay. If Attic and I work together on this at all, would there be any assistance?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, it'd help.
Okay. Not natural 20, but dirty 20.
Modified 20, I love it.
Modified
All
20,
right. You're looking, and this takes hours. It goes well into the night as you're doing a lot of makeshift experimenting. A few things you're able to find out with it is one of the reasons why there's no really healing property for a long period of time is that there's no stabilizing agent. So that's why it fades after a while.
You'd be very aware of that, yeah.
Okay. That one is the most obvious to you.
Okay.
The other factor is strange, and it has to do with the connection that these crystals have to the golden goddesses. There appears to be something within it that those who are more or less created by the golden goddesses, like humanoids, there seems to be an element to it to where it doesn't affect them directly. But animals, something about their physiology, it does. But also, consumption may have a factor.
And he has his book on the gods. Is there anything specific on the golden goddesses? More so than I think what we've talked about previously that you'd find.
The golden goddesses, there's a lot on them because they are the primary goddesses. And as you're looking through, you find the traditional stories of them, that they are the ones that created the world of Dinroth. That the name of Dinroth comes from the goddess Din, the goddess of power. She is the one who made the world and formed the red earth into the sphere that you know it today. And then you have Nehru, the goddess of wisdom. She is the one that gave the world law. And then you have Furore, the goddess of courage. She is the one that helped fill it with life, and for those to uphold the laws that Nehru made. And then, when their job complete, they left. They left the world. And where they left was something known as the Sacred Realm. And there lied the Golden Triangles, the Triforce. And that's where to pick up next session.
I knew it was going to show up somewhere.
Is that Tree Force? Is that how you announce?
I hate you. I hate you. Good job tonight, everybody. Good job.
And there was a collective sigh of every Legend of Zelda fan.
Yes, exactly. All right,
Hashtag cancel Avon will be trending tonight.
Well, everyone, thank you all so much for hanging out with us.
Great session.
You guys got a lot of things done tonight. If you haven't already, go ahead and join us in the Bardic Tavern. It's going to be a great time. Y'all did a great job tonight. Well done. And tomorrow and next week, we will be picking up with this and the newfound information that the party has regarding everything that they just uncovered. You won't want to miss it. It's going to be a great time. But if you haven't already, 1, join the tavern, and 2, follow Marquee Gaming, Bardic Dice, and also Silent Legend. Also, again, I meant to do this at the top and I forgot. Thank you so much to Rach and D. Lee for all the art that they've done. Rach with the fantastic character designs, and D. Lee doing that as well.
God.
They all look great. It's so good. I love them all. So thank you all so much for joining. As always, thank you all so much for the love. Keep being awesome. And as always, keep rolling those dice, everybody. Bye.
Bye.